What's happening? Nice to see you. You ready for the first Friday of September 2007?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd say that. Yes.
How about you?
You have a... Oh, I thought maybe you had highlighted your hair. No. Okay.
Yeah, it's been highlighted. It's growing out, and it's about to get colored again.
I'm glad I noticed that.
Yeah. I think it happened in May.
It's fresh on my mind because my wife yesterday, she got her hair completely highlighted. It's like a blonde Filipino wife now.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. Something different, kind of kinky, kind of fun.
Nice that all cultures can be blonde as much as they want in this time of our lives. Yes.
Right. So how do you like the change?
Having a blonde Filipino wife?
Yeah.
Oh, Terry, yes.
Great.
It was always just completed the dream. So, yes, it's fascinating.
Getting sassy for Justin, huh?
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why she
Wow.
did it, yes. Justin Timberlake concert. It wasn't for me that she got all spiffed up.
Oh, no.
Well, it could have been for last night, I guess.
Did it for JT.
Oh, jeez, Les.
Mm-hmm. Are you referring to the first night of your NFL football season? Or are you referring to the one of the many nights known as Mandatory Sex Night?
That's it. Mandatory sex night.
The MSN.
Arriba.
The real MSN.
Don't try to stop the T-Man one-on-one. You can't do it! Yes, it was a action-packed
Yeah, big night.
little evening
Yeah.
in the T-Man household.
Oh, good.
Watching your first game, your inaugural game of the season that is 2007 for the NFL. And then strapping it on.
Whoa, really?
Putting your chin strap on, I'm telling you, Terry.
Okay, all right.
Tighten up that chin strap. Put on your pads. And let's have some full contact, baby.
All right.
It's mandatory sex night. Wasn't much of a game, at least as far as the second half was concerned, Terry.
Right,
As
so
the Colts, I remember someone on this program saying that they would win by 10 points or more, even though Vegas was taking it and running with it in the Saints' direction, Terry. They were betting the point spread down to 6 points, if you remember us talking about that yesterday. But somebody said, never mind the Vegas bettors. The Colts will win by 10 points or more in this football game. I don't remember who that was.
I wonder who it
But
was.
they deserve an amazing bit of pat on the back. And that person also wanted a little bit of odds when Stephen Kilbreath suggested that he would take the Saints and the plus 10, and that person should have just jumped on it anyway, and he didn't. But anyway, okay, we're really getting a little cryptic now. You were off the hook there. Nice. I'm sure you enjoyed the game that much more. Did you watch the game at all last night, Stephen? Or
I
you just
did, yes.
twiddling your thumbs waiting for Dancing with the Stars this season to come?
I am
can't
definitely
wait.
waiting for that. But
When does that start?
24th, I think.
Of
yeah,
this
Monday
month?
the 24th.
Yeah.
And Mark Cuban, I'm a billionaire, but I have nothing better to do with my life, is going to be on this?
He is.
Oh, what a sad sack.
3-night, 6-hour season
I
premiere.
know.
Yes, if they haven't crammed it down your throat enough over the years now. Okay.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Little Floyd's going to be on.
Yes, he is.
Pretty boy Floyd.
Correct, sir.
Maria
Well,
Osmond.
obviously,
Marie Osmond,
he
yeah.
won't have the grace of Mark Cuban, Terry. He is really up against it, being shown up by the fluidity and the grace of Mark Cuban. Pretty boy Floyd really setting himself up for major embarrassment. But that's beside the point. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here on a Friday, so we'll come back. We'll get things started right after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Albert. Oh, geez, Albert's already in mid-conversation.
Yeah, he is.
Albert,
Yeah, what's up, man?
how are you, Albert?
I'm cool. What's cracking?
You tell me, Albert, how are you? What's the big weekend plan, bud?
Man, nothing so far.
Nothing.
Working
Got nothing going on. What are you doing? What are you working on?
I work
Where are you
for
working
Bayshore
at?
Ambulance.
You work where?
Bayshore Ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a medical transport. I'm not an EMT, though.
All right. Easy. No one's accusing you of anything.
Okay.
No one's calling you some kind of wuss or anything. I don't know why you have to be so defensive against the prospect of being an EMT.
Oh, I'm not
I want to
putting
ruin your
myself-
straight cred.
Yeah, in
I
case we
don't
pass
mind
out on
driving.
the call.
What's wrong with being an EMT?
Nothing's wrong with being
Oh,
an
okay.
EMT.
So what are you exactly now?
I'm just medical transport.
You're
Medical transport.
hysterical transport?
Medical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's really funny when he drives.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
So medical transport, but you don't actually deal with. You're in the front of the vehicle and not the back, assisting any traumatized patient.
Yeah, I just get patients to dialysis.
You're just a very good and fast driver.
Huh?
Never mind. So you have no weekend plans though. Once the work whistle blows and the day is done.
Pretty much, man.
Now, why should Albert not have any big first weekend of? Well, I guess it's not the first weekend of September. It's the first Friday in September.
Yes.
But why not some big back-to-school weekend plans?
Big back-to-school weekend plans.
Oh, man.
I just got paid, man, so pretty much I'm trying to, like, buy some other stuff for my car.
Mm-hmm. So it's a big shopping bonanza weekend for Albert. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's going to take his check, go right to get it cashed, take that bit of granary and just throw it around town. Is that right, Albert?
Pretty much, man.
All right. It's all going to go on accessories for the car.
Yeah,
All
pretty
right.
much.
What are you going to buy?
Well, I need to buy a whole new suspension kit.
All right. So those sound like big weekend plans to me, Terry.
Woohoo!
I don't see how they can get much bigger.
Pretty sure I'll go through the rest of my life never having to buy a suspension kit.
Just get a new car.
So is that why you called, Albert?
Oh, no, I thought to let you know that Steve Jobs and Apple is giving out $100 credit to all the, I guess, early iPhone customers.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah.
After I had called him out yesterday on the air, saying he better do exactly that, Terry. 3 hours later, sitting there
Yeah,
watching
so
TV.
pretty much I think that's going to, like, go out next week.
Yes.
All right.
Everybody gets a $100 store credit.
Cool.
Yeah, as far as, like, any Apple, like, product.
All right.
But nice to think we had something to do with that, Terry.
Yeah.
After I said, how could he treat his true, loyal customers like that? And then the breaking news comes out, and $100 store credit sounds like a decent deal to me, Terry. I mean, I like to have held out for $200.
Right. But you're not going to
We'll
say no.
split the difference.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a nice gesture. That's showing that they're not just turning a blind eye to those that were the most enthusiastic Apple customers. You can't be doing that. That is the exact words I used yesterday, and now that they have stepped up and done the right thing, I commend them for that, Terry. And I'll take my $100 store credit, and I will buy myself something that I deserve. I don't know what that is. I don't deserve a damn thing,
New
Terry.
suspension kit
Yeah.
for your laptop.
And then return it and take the cash.
For my iPod docking station, a new suspension.
There you go.
Yep.
Yes, because it's been rattling a little bit, Terry. It's been kind of like leaning to one side.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the wear and tear on your docking station?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Albert, so are you one of those that's going to get a store credit? Do you have your iPhone already or what?
No, I wasn't feeling the iPhone.
All right, so it means nothing to you, but you just felt like calling and getting something on the record this morning on the air. Is that right, Albert?
Yeah, I just felt like letting you guys know and shit.
Okay.
Letting everybody know, I mean.
Okay, now, Albert, you can't use that kind of language. I
Yeah,
know
no,
that this is the kind of language me and you would be using if we were out, you know, pricing suspension kits. But we can't use that language on the air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
All right. So you got a lady in your life, Albert, or what?
Huh?
Is there a woman that
Yeah,
has
there is.
gotten her clutches on Albert the Great?
Yes, there is.
Really? And you guys are serious or what?
Yeah, we're pretty serious.
I'm sure she's happy to know that you have absolutely no weekend plans.
Oh, no, he does. He's got to get a new suspension.
Of course he sounded so unenthusiastic when it came to the weekend, Terry. He's in a serious relationship.
Yeah,
There's nothing to get excited about.
Weekend.
There's nothing to get all amped up about when you're in a serious relationship as it pertains to the weekend. There's no plans to make.
Sorry, you're
I'm
not
saving all my
that
plans for next weekend.
There's nothing you're looking forward to when you're all serious.
Well, next week is my birthday, so I'm like hoping next week we do something.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
You always leave it to her to make the plans for you and her, or what?
Well, it's my birthday, so I'll let her do the plan.
How old are you going to be, Albert?
I'm 25.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's your silver anniversary of living kind of birthday. She better step up and not let you down as far as the plans that she comes up with to make sure she shows her appreciation to Albert, right or wrong?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But you have nothing going on with her this weekend that you're even interested in putting on the record here. It's all about
that
just
I'm
looking
aware
for your... Oh,
Yeah.
What?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
that he's aware of.
All right.
Well.
Do you live with this woman, Albert?
Yeah, Yeah, we live together.
Yes.
And with my son, too.
Mm-hmm. And with his
son.
friend? Oh, his son.
How old's your son?
3 years old.
Aww.
Well, the son's happy to know he'll be buying a new suspension for his car this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not back to school clothes. I guess you're only 3. You don't need it anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Albert,
Back to daycare.
thanks for checking in, sir.
All right.
Take care.
All right, you too.
That's true regular guy out there, Terry.
Yes.
Yes. With about as much enthusiasm for the weekend with the woman in his world as any married guy, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's not one of those weekends. I guess you'll be hanging around with me again, huh?
The biggest thrill he has is his car right about now. That's good.
Not much else going on, Terry.
No, apparently not.
What else is going on in the world, please?
Oh, well, first of all, I just want to let you know, I got an update on Kim Porter and P. Diddy. As you know, they broke up. She finally left him, and apparently the reason she left him is because he fathered another child.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he supposed...
Yeah, that may get under the skin of the person you're with a little bit, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Yeah, I'm sure if your husband came home and said, I fathered a child with another woman, that may get you a tad agitated, would you say, or no?
Yeah, I
Right.
would say so.
You're
Right,
like, but did
yeah.
you get the milk at the store?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it. However, this happened apparently while she was pregnant with the twins. And he supposedly paid this woman $1 million to keep it quiet.
I got to pay the hush money, Terry, if you want to keep your relationship happy.
Hush money didn't
Yes.
work, though.
You can have that child, because I guess I have no choice, and that's what you're going to do anyway. But how much money is it going to take for you to stay quiet and have my woman never know about what we've done here?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it didn't work because she found out, supposedly. So,
So do you get the money back, I wonder?
So he gave her $1 million in hush money,
Yes.
and then she still
well, I don't know.
couldn't keep her freaking stupid yap shut. How much did it take, man? They agreed. Obviously, there must have been some oral agreement on $1 million for her to keep quiet and for her to keep from letting the world and, in turn, keeping Kim Porter from knowing that P. Diddy had impregnated another woman. They had agreed on $1 million, and yet that agreement wore off in this woman's mind at some point, and she's
Right.
told everyone anyway. So what's the point in your agreements with your side hoes?
When it doesn't work
Let
anyway.
me tell you something
No,
right now.
I hear you.
If agreements can't be kept valid with your side hoes, Terry,
Yes.
there's something really wrong with this world.
Well, then there's something really wrong.
What is sacred in this world if you can't keep your agreement with your side hoes in place? If the side hoes don't take their agreements that they've made, that they've shook hands on, if they don't take it seriously enough, Pasty, you can keep it down. That'd be great. Then I don't know what is considered a valid agreement anymore these days.
Right. I understand.
My gosh. Isn't there anything we can count on anymore out there?
Doesn't look like it. Well, the side action there, who has a child of his now, realizes that, $1 million this year.
Uh-huh.
How about every year thereafter? Because, I mean, he's got a lot of bank.
The agreements aren't even worth the paper they're written on because the side hoes always want them ripped up and new agreements put in place every time there's a little bit of inflation or something
Right.
that changes in the world.
Sure.
Uh-huh. Well, the price of milk went up 2 cents again.
Yes.
Somebody owes me another $1 million. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Unbelievable. Maybe the answer to all this is that we better stop getting our side hoes pregnant. If you side hoes don't watch it, we're going to stop impregnating you.
Come on.
All right?
Don't say that.
Well, I don't know what they want. If that's what it's going to come to.
Yeah.
These side hoes are going to be out of business.
Wow.
If they don't keep their agreements in place.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, granted, I believe this is child number 5, the side actions child of baby number 5.
For her.
For Puff Daddy.
Him, yeah.
Oh, for him. But not all with her.
No.
Okay,
no.
for him, he's got 5 children. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I
yeah.
understand.
3 different mamas.
But just one with the side hoe.
Yes.
Right. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Twins and another
two.
son from Kim Porter.
You have 2 with the side hoe. She's no longer really a side hoe.
Right, I got you.
It's like a family then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he had a family with Kim Porter.
One doesn't equal a family. I'm talking about the side hoe.
No,
Terry.
I understand, but if you're doing the math like you are.
Yeah, it's hard to still call her a side hoe when you have two with her.
What if your side hoe has twins? Boy, instant family.
Get your side hoe pregnant twice, you say, I got to change your name. I can't call you side hoe anymore. She's like, no, I really like that.
Please go down in your history.
Wow.
Right there as your side hoe with your children.
What a shame for P. Diddy, huh, Terry? Don't you really feel for P. Diddy the frustration he must feel knowing his side hoe didn't keep her agreement with him?
How about no?
Well, Terry,
But
that
then
just shows
again-
the lack of sympathy, the asympathetic woman that you are, Terry. I mean, I just feel the level of frustration that P. Diddy must be feeling, Terry. I have this level of empathy that apparently you have never or will never have.
Well, but as you pointed out, how about we stop getting the side hoes pregnant? How about
Or not
you
have them.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
better
Terry, that would've
yet.
been a
But
good
then
idea.
again, we are talking about P. Diddy, and he admits that, he's really just working on trying to be a good boyfriend.
And why don't we all eat cake and ice cream the rest of our lives and never gain a pound?
Sounds good to me.
Oh, what a perfect world it would be.
That were true.
Yes. No, side hoes will always be around. I don't care how trends change, how times change. I don't care what transpires in this world. There will always be a place for your favorite side hoe.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. And the world will be a better place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
No problem.
Mm-hmm. Always a place for the side hoe. I just wanted to get that dramatic sting in there, Terry. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of side hoes,
Right, so that's why Kim Porter left him?
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know
That
about
is according to Essence.com, a little interview there with Essence magazine.
So how'd the conversation go? I know you have side hoes, but you weren't supposed to get them pregnant.
Well,
That was our agreement, and you broke our agreement. You were all
I
worried
think
about how she broke
so.
your agreement with you, but you broke our agreement, Kim Porter said to him. Is that pretty much how it shook down?
I think so
I see.
because in another Essence magazine interview, when they were together right after, while she was pregnant with the twins, she understands who he is and all that relationship and infidelity and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the whole impregnating the side hoe really.
So is P. Diddy not wearing condoms with his side hoe, Terry?
I would say no.
It's a shame to have to wear condoms with your side hoe, Terry. You assume that your side hoe, especially when you have a allotment of cash set aside for hush money for the side hoe, that you could take a little out of that to get her some very capable birth control.
Right.
And get her tested so you don't feel like you're jeopardizing anyone that's really in your close-knit group that you actually care about.
Right.
You don't want to give them all weird oogies and STD
Right.
germs.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Yeah, that's why you take your side hoe to Planned Parenthood and get her checked out.
Top to bottom.
Right.
Inside out.
Just throw her in the car. Don't even tell her where you're going. Unblindfold her when you're at Planned Parenthood.
Right.
Tell her this won't hurt a bit. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm sure that's where P. Diddy took her. Yeah.
I'm sure,
Yeah,
Diddy,
sure.
people would notice him walking in there.
Yes. Would it be kind
Wait,
of
that's
cool?
not Kim Porter.
Right. P. Diddy at Planned Parenthood. Okay, what a visual. All right, well, what else?
Free.
Well, again, talking about side hoes, we're going to talk about Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow, what
Again-
a segue. Terry is making the transition from one side hoe story to the next, as
Yes.
a true cagey veteran of the radio business would do. Go ahead.
Trying my best, of course.
Yes.
And it is not Shaquille O'Neal with the side hoe. It is Shawnee with the side hoe, apparently.
That'd be Shaquille O'Neal's wife.
Yes. Well,
Shawnee, the speculation is, cheated on Shaquille O'Neal. It was Shawnee who
Yes.
had the side hoe.
yes.
Something very wrong about that.
Well,
Terry.
and the side hoe was her personal trainer.
Oh.
Never doubted it. Wait, hold on. Never doubted it, Terry, for a second. Yeah. Unbelievable. Even though it's unbelievable, never doubted it for a second. If she was going to have some side hoe action of her own there, Terry, personal trainers are usually at the front of the line.
The ones at my gym just look like scumbags for whatever reason. Always the hottest girls working out with them.
For whatever reason. Maybe the reason is that they are! I always wanted to be a personal trainer. That's why I'm a little bit filled with animosity.
Oh, really?
Yes, Terry. I mean, personal trainers are just the coolest male prostitutes we have.
Right.
In this world, Terry.
Okay.
And they're just getting laid left and right, and they are able to pick and choose because there's such demand for their sexual services.
Wow, really?
If there was as much demand for their actual training skills as there is for their sexual services, wow, they'd really have a booming business.
Whoa,
But there's
stop
such
it.
demand for their sexual services amongst these little lonely housewives, Terry, that
Right.
you can't help but be envious. I know a personal trainer.
I have a personal trainer.
Well, I know of a dude who's a personal trainer who's just taking them down left and right.
Really?
Oh, it's just really annoying.
Have you set your wife up with
And
a
he's,
personal trainer?
well, no, of course.
Oh, of
not.
course.
He's a way better looking guy than I will ever be on my most handsome day, Terry.
Right. I gotcha.
When is that?
I'm expecting that somewhere in the next 3 to 5 years. That's right. But it's just still as annoying as it gets that he not only talks about it, but it's not one of those situations where I think he's lying. I can read through a liar in just about a fraction of a second, Terry.
Sure.
But this guy is actually able to just pick and choose because they're all, or not all, but a nice, hefty allotment of them. A nice, hefty allotment of them are just ready to be taken down.
Wow.
They don't have to lie about it. That's for sure.
And here's Kim Porter. Not Kim
No.
Porter.
Shawnee O'Neal.
Here's Shawnee O'Neal,
Yeah.
who couldn't keep her hands off her personal trainer either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, he's 27 years old and Cuban.
Of course he is. That's exactly how I expected him. 27 and Cuban. A modern-day Ricky Ricardo. Babaloo.
She's 32. Apparently, it started out just like a weekly thing.
What, do you
and
expect her to
next
be
thing
hooking
you
up with some
know-
39-year-old guy? I don't think so.
Next thing you know, she was seeing him every day.
What is this according to? Where are you getting this story from?
Again, yes.
MediaTakeout.com?
Yes. Who supposedly talked to one of Shaquille O'Neal's employees,
And
who
Shaquille...
said, quote, Shawnee and the trainer started off having weekly sessions, but they increased the number of sessions until she was seeing him almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
This employee, you want the rest of the quote?
And yet her lats and her triceps never looked worse.
Yeah.
She's getting in weight right
Why
now.
do you go to your physical trainer 6 times a day and yet your body has never looked worse?
He had Shaq filed for divorce
Wait,
because
hang on. I want to hear all about this, Terry, but I don't want to fall too far behind this morning. Shaquille O'Neal has to find out that his wife, the one who he was all smiley with on MTV Cribs, Terry. The one who put up a front like they had the happiest home in the world. The one who he impregnated 4 times to have 4 of his offspring with. The one who he gave over his trust and his love to like that when he could have been screwing all kinds of groupies left and right. And I'm sure he should.
He probably has, really.
No, I'm sure he shoot a couple away, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
All in the name of love. And yet, he has to wake up and find out one morning that woman he walked down the aisle with, Terry, and exchanged vows with, was cheating with her personal trainer when he's Shaquille O'Neal. What does he have to be to get his wife to not cheat on him, Terry? Not only is he one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but one of the greatest L.A. police officers as well.
Yeah, I know.
And now in the Miami area, Terry?
Mm-hmm.
In 2 major, most high-profile urban cities in our country, he was patrolling the streets every day, his life on the line, and she cheated with a personal trainer!
This little small Cuban guy.
Oh, I'm sorry I only brought home $300 million to the house. And I'm sorry that I'm one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And I'm sorry when I have off time, I try to help my fellow man. I guess that's not enough to keep my wife faithful. I haven't impressed you, have I? That's what it takes to keep a wife faithful. You got to impress them. Huh? I don't know.
It's a little scary that $300 million doesn't cut it.
It's a little scary that Shaquille O'Neal's wife could say, I need something more.
And I found it in this guy. My personal trainer.
Well, it all comes back to the little one, right?
To the little cranker?
Yeah.
You're saying it all, Steven's saying it all comes down to the fact that when he disrobes, he's not in proportion.
Well, you said what more could you want? Maybe that could be it.
Mm-hmm. So for a 7-foot, 320-pound man to be in proportion, he would have to be how big now, Steven, according to your
No, I'm not sure, but I mean, yesterday you had said that that's the...
According to your vast knowledge on this?
He actually has a wiener chart that he keeps upstairs.
According to your wiener chart there, Stephen, a 7-footer, 320-pounder is...
27 inches.
27-incher.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah. Well, he was only 26 and a quarter, so yeah, I can understand how she strayed, Terry.
Yeah.
Really, it's got to be a little frightening to all men out there.
Sure.
That you could be a man who dominates your field. You could be a man who obviously provides for his home.
Yeah. And then so. Yeah.
You could be a man who I think was one of the more faithful athletes. I don't know what your take on Shaquille O'Neal is, Terry. And maybe he had his nice run in his younger days, but I don't hear many stories. And I got my ear to the NBA hardwood, okay?
Yeah. No, I think that maybe prior to him settling down, I think
I think he's the kind of guy, as I said yesterday, who when he got married kind of chilled out. As opposed to a lot of other players that can't help but not slow down with their lifestyle. I think Shaquille O'Neal is having a happy. He's the family-iest kind of man that you'll find in sports. I think I see him as like that family kind of man. And yet, all that, where did it get him? He's no different than the schlub who's some part-time mechanic, Terry, who has to come home and find his wife screwing a neighbor. He's no different than some assistant butt-crack plumber whose wife is complaining that he doesn't bring home enough and provide enough, so she goes out and finds somebody else.
Women.
Say it again for all of us, Stephen.
Women.
1-866-663-T-Man. We'll be taking your calls all morning long. If this is true, Terry, and of course with MediaTakeout.com, it all may not be true, but that's fine.
Sure.
I actually like these non-truthful stories. Makes for great fodder. 1-866-663-T-Man. We'll be taking your calls all morning long if you want to comment on this or anything else that may be going on in your life. Maybe you are an assistant butt crack plumber and you want to give your thoughts. 1-866-663-T-Man. Back after these words. Oh, jeez. Oh. I meant these words.
The T-Man Show.
Terry, you're a 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer. Are you apt to knowing that the woman you're training is Shaquille O'Neal's wife? Are you apt to perhaps be aggressive or be aggressive enough to allow her to have her advances come off as successful, Terry? Or are you pushing her away because you know she's Shaquille O'Neal's wife? Would you be either A, inspired? Would you be aggressively going after her? Would you not be aggressive, but when she makes the moves on you, have no problem with letting it happen? Or C, because she's Shaquille O'Neal's wife, are you pushing her away saying, I can't be messing with Shaquille O'Neal's wife? That's crazy.
See, I think that I would be the whole pushing away, can't mess around with Shaquille O'Neal's wife.
I would think that would be everyone's first instinct, everyone's first reaction. But let me tell you why that may not be the case.
Okay.
All right, yeah, she's Shaquille O'Neal's wife, and he knows it all full well, this 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer who now is in question as perhaps the reason Shaquille O'Neal is going through in a real huff-type moment and in a rant-type hasty little reaction. He's rushing to the courtrooms of America to divorce this woman because she may have cheated on him. This may be the guy who's the subject of that situation. Let me give you the reason why you may not push her away, even though, she's Shaquille O'Neal's wife, and
he
you don't want to
squash me like a grape.
Right, okay. First of all,
yes,
he's got a lot of money, which makes it her money, too. All right, that may inspire a lot of physical trainers. He's got, $250 estimated dollars put in the bank as far as net worth is concerned, as it pertains to him, his endorsements, and his playing career.
Right.
Okay.
And she's good for half, right? At least.
When you think about it, it's not Shaquille O'Neal's money. It's half Shawnee's, half Shaquille O'Neal's money.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes. Check.
It is one half hers.
Okay.
So you could be like getting in her ear about things you need.
Oh, hey.
Things you want her to buy you. You kind of like the lifestyle she could provide for you. So that may inspire you to not just accept her advances, but maybe initiate some of your own. And because he's Shaquille O'Neal and it's such a high-profile situation in the world that he is, he ain't going to just walk into the gym shooting up the place when he finds out that his wife's cheating on him, right?
True.
It's not just some random thug that you mess with his wife,
Right.
and he comes after
Yeah,
you.
that's true.
He's Shaquille O'Neal. He just can't come after you like some average guy out there.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So
you're
when
right.
you think about it, you may be more safe in cheating with Shaquille O'Neal's wife than just some random guy whose hot-ass wife came in and wants to be physically trained.
Right. Okay, that does make sense because, sure, if Shaquille O'Neal came in guns drawn, it would be get a little bit of notice.
Yeah, might get a little bit of attention.
Paparazzi might be there.
Could be. Yes. So that's, after your first reaction wears off, I'm telling you why he may be more apt to cheat with her
Yeah.
than just some just regular old hot-ass woman. And a lot of these physical, I'm telling you, the guy I know, I don't think he trains anyone that's like a 48-year-old, 300-pound housewife, Terry.
Wow.
A real homely housewife. I don't know. I don't think he trains anyone like that. Every woman he's training, Terry, is like the little hot 27-year-old, I got a serious boyfriend, or I'm married, or which just seems really like prime-time material, Terry.
Right.
And that's just a damn shame.
Let me spot you on squats.
She's at the ready. Here's something to grab a hold for your lat pull-downs.
Oh.
It's just so irritating. And now here's the story coming out to continue on from yesterday's news that broke that Shaquille O'Neal may be in the process, although there hasn't been, like, total confirmation on this.
Right. There has not been.
There has been a couple of sources. One of them granted MediaTakeout.com.
Love them.
Shaquille O'Neal, according to them yesterday it was, went to court and filed for a divorce.
Right.
And the terminology used for the reason for their split was the marriage was irretrievably broken.
Right.
Which
You don't hear
indicates-
very often.
Yeah, you don't hear that
A.
often. First of all, you don't hear men rushing to court to get a paper drawn up to get an immediate divorce.
Right.
If that happens, it's usually because he feels he's been wronged, and I would imagine Shaquille O'Neal, and correctly so, felt wrong if his wife cheated on him, Terry.
Right.
I mean, he deserves not just better than that, but way better than that. Shaquille O'Neal, for goodness sake, we're talking about here. And then to find out today that she may have cheated with her physical trainer, and if that's not enough, her physical trainer's a 27-year-old Cuban dude.
Yeah.
You can't win.
Can you win here, Terry?
You
I
can't
guess
turn that
not.
down.
I guess
You got no shot.
Man. 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer.
Right.
My gosh.
I feel sorry for the first girl that he gets with after the divorce.
Okay.
She's going to pay the price. He's a big boy.
Well,
Do you want any more quotes from the employee that talked to Media Takeout?
sure, I would love him, Terry. Yes, the source that is
source,
informing
yeah, I
media
love it.
takeout of what's going on behind the closed doors of Shaquille O'Neal and Shawty O'Neal's world. Yes, what does he have to say?
This source adds, Shaq filed for divorce because he's angry, but the way that those two love each other, I'm convinced the marriage can be saved.
Oh, that's
Well,
Besides, Shaq has a few skeletons in his closet himself.
Well, not as many as he should. Terry, if he went in such an impulsive fashion to the courthouse to get papers drawn up immediately,
Right.
that involves a level of passion that can subside. And yes, it's not to say for certain that this marriage is over.
True.
Because maybe after he chilled out and meets the 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer, he'll realize why his wife had no choice.
Do you want to really meet that?
Oh, of course you do. Hang out, get to know him.
Can you imagine all of a sudden you get a call from Shawnee going, Shaq would like to meet
Yeah,
with you.
he knows, and he wants to meet you.
He wants a little sit down.
Yeah, he wants to take you on one-on-one. Mhm. He may be able to post you up.
You hear fee-fi-fo-fum in your head. Not good. Like a cup of water is like Jurassic Park when the
Right.
T-Rex is walking,
Right.
shaking. I'm out of here.
Right. But he made his own bed, this 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer, Terry, literally.
He did, definitely.
Nancy in Seattle met Shaq. Was that right, Nancy?
Yeah, I did. I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
You're from Newark, New Jersey?
Yeah, but Shaq is from Newark, and my brother worked at the Boys and Girls Club that Shaq donated a lot of money to and a lot of time.
Yes, and it's...
So I met him one time, and I tried to throw him a lot of rhythm, but he didn't. He wasn't. He wasn't taking.
And it's hard for you to hear about this happening to Shaq. If it's happening exactly the way it's being chronicled this morning, you would feel bad for Shaq because you met him, you liked him, he was a nice guy, you threw him your best Nancy game, and he wasn't responding, which would indicate, Terry, what I speculated earlier, that Shaquille O'Neal is more of a family guy than you're going to find about just anywhere in any circle of the athletic world, Terry.
Exactly.
If he could turn down Nancy's
Exactly.
Newark, New Jersey best A game, Terry.
You understand?
I totally get it.
Yes.
When someone from Newark, New Jersey is throwing their A game at you, Terry,
Yeah.
if you have the willpower to push that away, then obviously you have.
You're a family man. You're good.
You are an upstanding family guy because
Yes, I threw everything at him. I'm telling
Everything.
no one's able to turn down Nancy's
Come on.
throw everything at you A game.
I love
No.
Chick's name Nancy.
That's right.
What is
Kobe Bryant could never turn it down.
Never.
Wow, really?
What is involved when Nancy? Not that we can't figure it out on our own, but what is involved when Nancy throws her Newark, New Jersey A game at someone? Which I imagine isn't often. It's only reserved for like the Shaqs and the Kobes and some special people of the world. But when you decide, okay, this guy is entitled to my full-out A Newark, New Jersey game, what are they getting there, Nancy?
Well, first you have to really balance it because, he's a stand-up kind of guy. He's classy. So you got to throw not only the body, but you got to throw your personality and the whole, like, I'm a good girl out in the streets, but I'm definitely a whore in the sheets. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Good girl in the streets. Huh?
And of course you can't just like come out and say those words. So what do you do to let them know that that's the case?
You have to balance it. You have to have finesse. You really do.
But in your balance and finesse, what are you doing to indicate when you let Shaq know that you're nice, but when you get you behind closed doors, you are just a absolute carnival of sexual Slutsville fun. How did you let him know that?
Well, first of all, Shaq was at a function where he donated a lot of money and time to a bunch of kids, so I let him know that I was, for the children also, and I'm a community person.
How about a woman who's a community girl for the children, and yet
you show cleavage at the same time.
Will just rip you apart as soon as the door shuts, Terry.
Jeez.
Yeah, the children love cleavage.
How about that?
But he wasn't going for it, and he's a really moral stand-up guy, and everybody in Newark knows that. He's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
So this really is tearing me apart. It really is. It sucks.
Oh, well, because you were just ready to rip him to shreds. Is that right, Nancy?
I absolutely was. He's a good-looking guy. He's big, and, hey, 20. I can deal with 26.
Mm-hmm.
26 is enough.
Yes.
And not to be greedy.
You're talking about a 26-inch cranker? Is that what you're referring to? You can
There
handle
you
that.
go.
Yes.
There you
Why
go.
do I get the feeling she can handle that, Terry? And have room to spare.
Exactly.
Wow.
I think his wife, I hope she comes to her senses. I hope they reconcile. And
Well, why do you hope if she did what it says this morning on some things Terry's ripping off her entertainment wires, if that's all true, are you hoping that they reconcile or what? If she wrong, I mean, there would be no doubt that would be her wronging Shaq in such a way that it can't be disputed. Now, if that's true, do you want him to reconcile with her? Don't you think he deserves better if that's the case there, Nancy?
Yeah, because people are too quick to divorce these days. I mean, everybody has a self-destructive moment. Come on.
Even if she had sex behind Shaq's back with a 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer, that's just her having a moment. A reckless moment, and he should forgive her, and they should reconcile. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, I'm surprised at you, Nancy.
Okay, well, they might not reconcile.
I'm surprised for a woman who's for the children speaking like that.
But, come on, you haven't had a moment?
Now, Nancy, your voice doesn't sound very feminine. I'm hoping the rest of you... I mean, Vinnie the Pooh wishes he had a voice like yours. Oh, he would actually not be...
I'm not going to lie. I wish I did.
No, I got that Kathleen Turner thing going on.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And how is the rest of you holding up? Well, how would you describe yourself? Describe how you look, Nancy, please, for us, so we can all paint a mental picture in our radio minds right now. What are you looking like?
Okay, put it this way.
Oh, geez, what a disaster.
Yeah. Do you remember Kathleen Turner when she was like 30 years old?
No, but why don't you describe yourself? Go ahead.
I remember Ike Turner.
1970?
I have Kathleen Turner on the other line, so I can ask her
Okay,
to
I'm
speak for herself. But what about you?
34D.
You're 34D, yes.
Yeah. I have a small waist, very athletic body.
Really?
And
Don't we all? Yeah. Small waist, 34D, athletic body.
Yeah.
All right.
Long dreadlocks.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I have a little nose and
You have a little nose with the 34Ds.
nice long brown eyes. Nice brown.
Nice long brown eyes.
long eyes.
I love long eyes, yes.
Long eyelashes.
Most people's eyes aren't long enough, Terry. That's my problem with people.
I'm sorry, long.
Her eyes go all the way to the floor.
Right.
I'm looking pretty good. You know, I'm saying that, but I'll tell you something. I say Shaq is a really good guy. And,
Yes.
You know,
we got that
maybe
part on the record. And Nancy, we appreciate your call, and we're sorry that you have to hear about Shaq going through this kind of turmoil after you met him and had only nothing but good feelings to take from that meeting. Even though, with her long brown eyes, Terry.
Yeah.
Not big brown eyes.
No.
I
Long.
mean, everyone's heard the phrase, big brown eyes.
Right.
But long brown eyes is something really unique. And yet Shaq was able to say, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm a family man. He said, leave me alone. I'm a family man.
Now, what does athletic build mean, by the way?
I don't think I know anything about what she said and what it means.
I think women don't really know what that means.
Athletic build, yes. Athletic build, I think if people think they can be, especially women, Terry, think they can be 5'4",
Right.
205. And
It's a little thick
That
there.
may translate to an athletic build.
Got it.
So the athletics they chose was football.
I think women are starting to lose their interest in saying full-figured anymore.
Right, and going with
a
the
lot
athletic?
a lot of times these full-figured ladies are now taking the risk and calling themselves athletic-built ladies.
Wow.
That's misleading.
Okay? As if full-figured at some point in our lives wasn't a little misleading.
Right.
Now we all know what that means.
See, when I think athletic build, I think like Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Everyone...
Yeah, no doubt.
Something tells me her body's not like
Maybe that was Jackie Joyner Kersey. Dreadlocks. Everyone knows what full-figured means these days, Terry. No one's confused about the translation.
Okay.
There was a time when people weren't completely sure what that meant. Now women are tossing around with that athletic-built little logo about themselves, little label to call themselves.
Right. So
And everyone's confused again. And there are a lot of weird meetings going on out there at malls amongst these dudes thinking they're meeting women with athletic builds. And then they sit there in front of the Gap where they made up to me, Terry, because that's where I was made up to me.
Right.
And they say to the woman, what about your build was athletic now? Because I'm having trouble here.
Are you a sumo athlete?
Yeah.
a sumo athlete.
Just
Right.
keep on walking. Hope she didn't see me.
Pace, you're on the air.
So you could say the Williams sisters are athletically built.
The Williams sisters, yes, would qualify as
Definitely.
athletic builds.
Yes.
However, I have a feeling there are a lot of women out there that aren't built like the Williams sisters.
Right.
Are you sure?
Right.
That are calling themselves
Right.
athletically built.
Right.
Yes, Pace, you're on the air.
Yeah, athletic built, a.k.a. fat.
That's what we're starting to wonder here, Pace.
Yeah,
but
I am a personal trainer.
that's not.
I know.
Yeah, you've been on hold for a little while. So, what did you originally call about there, Pace? You're an athletic.
I originally called. I started as a personal trainer in Tacoma, and I met a girl that worked over in another store next to me, and dated her for 4.5 years. Ended up being engaged and had a beautiful little boy together. And so, anyways, I decided to turn something into a business, and she took care of her. She didn't have to work for over 2.5 years and didn't have to lift a finger, do anything. She had a guy that made good money, took good care of her, took care of his body, took care of himself, and took care of her in the bedroom, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Pace,
I
I
don't
come
think
on.
I have an idea there, Pace.
And she could not keep up. Anyways, I still put up with that, so we move to Nevada there.
All right. To make a long
And,
story short here, Pace, what happened?
Long story short, she met some greasy, nasty-looking Italian guy that speaks Italian. That he snorts so much Coke, his face twitches.
Whoa.
Okay,
That's a little judgmental.
but she
Tells me you're not fond of this guy, huh, Pace?
no, not very fond. Not
And what
too much.
happened? She had some kind of physical situation with this guy going on, or she just outright ran away with him. What's the story?
He befriended us. His family owns 5 restaurants. He's from Italy, and he's obviously loaded.
All right, long story short here, Pace.
Again.
I'm ready to
He
date him.
befriended us, and she took a liking to him, started chasing him, and
They're together now.
oh yeah.
Pace. And Pace made sure he prefaced it by saying, Terry, that he couldn't have provided for her any better.
Right.
No one individual man could ever provide for a woman better than Pace did.
Right.
He said,
Oh no, I did. I put up with a lot of crap.
Not
Even
only
my
did
friends, I was a.
not
even
only
my
did he make
friends
her
said I was
life as
stupid.
easy as a woman could be, but he put up with all kinds of her crap, Terry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And yet,
yeah.
where did it get him? The same spot maybe Shaquille O'Neal's at right now, Terry. Minus the Superman logos.
He didn't have
You
free
know what,
Italian food
though?
and free Coke.
It goes back to the saying: nice guys finish last.
Oh.
So you got to be a jerk.
Guys with Coke finish first.
That's right. 5 Italian restaurants? God, I'm hooked.
Guys with Coke at 5 Italian restaurants who speak fluent Italian. Are you kidding? What woman's going to turn that
A
down?
twitching face? Come on.
Oh, women love a twitching face. Put that face right down where it belongs and start it twitching. Yeah. Honey, you have to put batteries in that thing. Think a lot of ladies, huh? Angel, you're on the air. Real quick, what do you got?
Hey, I want to thank the team, man.
Well, you're on the air.
Hey, man, first of all, man, I love you guys' show. I listen to you guys every morning,
And
Monday through Friday.
wow, that's when we're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine
What a
that.
coincidence, Terry.
Jeez.
Hey,
Wasn't quite
man,
sure.
yesterday I
Save
heard
it for
you
a
make that
promo.
prediction about the Colts game, so I bet my cousin about $200.
Oh, jeez.
I won.
He cashed in on your bet.
Now, you're calling from Portland, right? So he's only been listening for like
No,
3...
I'm calling from San Francisco.
Oh,
baby.
okay. I'm sorry. Okay. There you
Yeah,
go. All
yeah.
right. I got you confused with someone else on the line here. Yes.
Yeah,
So
well, I wanted to thank you, Team Max. I always listen to your predictions, and you're always right.
that's right.
Wow. You are
Yeah,
always
man.
Never
right.
wrong.
Yeah, and I think my cousin's listening right now. So, Frankie, thank you for those $200.
So you
Really
bet.
appreciate that.
You bet on the Colts last night because I told you to.
Well, I wanted to anyways, and then I heard you, so it was bound to happen.
This is a call I wouldn't be taking, Terry, if the Colts had lost last night.
Right.
But because my prediction came completely true when I said the Colts would win by double digits.
Yeah.
This is a call that must be aired.
The burning bush has spoken.
That's right. And I'm glad that Vegas was giving away free money like they were. When I heard the Colts were only -6, Terry,
Yeah.
I mean, just don't walk. You run to the bank and wait online to make your deposit because Vegas was handing it out yesterday.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad I could give you such an easy bet to win on there, Angel.
Yeah, thanks, Team Man. Really appreciate that.
Well done in taking advantage of that there, Angel. Good job. Have an extra good weekend on me. Take care. I'm sure it'll all bounce out by the end of the year, though.
Sure. Next call will be, God dang
It has a
Team
tendency
Man.
to balance out, doesn't it?
Not when...
The burning bush has spoken.
Yes.
Don't f*** with the burning bush.
Exactly.
That's right.
Wow. Melissa, you're on the air. Melissa, are you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
Good morning.
What can we do for you this morning, baby?
Not that I was talking about the Shaq thing and military wives.
Oh, you weren't talking about anything because you just got on the air.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, right.
oh yeah.
But now you could start talking. What do you want to talk about?
My husband is in Iraq and he's coming home next week, and
Oh, how long has he been over there fighting the good fight? Or the not so good
15
fight
months.
for good reason? What? He what?
15 months.
15
Wow.
months. Your husband has been in Iraq for over a year, risking his life on a minute-to-minute basis while you stayed and waited and were somewhat loyal and waiting for him to return. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I'm loyal. I take care of our baby.
Now, that alone doesn't necessarily make you loyal. Were
Yeah.
you completely without a sexual partner while your husband has been away for the past 15 months, yes or no, and there's no in-betweens. It's either a yes or a no.
Yes, I was faithful. I'm a soldier, too. I've been in the Army for 2 years.
Oh, okay. Well, then you had no choice because you understand. Anyway, so what originally made you feel like you wanted to call and contribute this morning? What did you want to say?
Well, because there's a lot of shady military wives, out there, and all they do is sleep around on their husbands. Not all of them, but some of them.
So alongside your husband, there are men who are also risking their lives, fighting for our very country. And they don't have wives at home like Melissa. They don't have wives at home that for 15 months were able to focus on just taking care of the child and waiting and counting down the hours till the man they love got home, because they were busy running around with their physical trainers who didn't look nearly as good, I would imagine, as Shaquille O'Neal's wife's 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, one chick, her husband let one of his soldiers stay in their house, and she was sleeping with him in his own house that he pays for.
Whoa, what?
So what you're saying is you wish you could spit on these women if they were lying right in front of you right now. Is that going too far, or is that how you feel?
That's how I feel.
She wants to spit on these women, Terry.
Yeah,
you ever spit on a person, Terry?
No, actually not.
It feels great.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
I would have thought you would have done that.
No.
Never had a person just lying at your feet and just spit on them, Terry?
Nah, I don't think so.
Hopefully you'll get that done before the weekend's out, Terry. Really missing
It's
out.
so sad.
Spit and shove,
They're
maybe.
losing their lives. Their wives are cheating on them.
Say again?
I said, a lot of soldiers over there with my husband unit lost their lives, and they got other friends whose wives cheated on them and bought men like NBA tickets and stuff like that.
Oh, man, the perks. Now, if you are in the company of these men, once your husband gets home and maybe some of these other guys come home soon too, are you the type of woman that feels like you need to inform these men of what went on? Or are you going to stay out of it because it's not your business when it comes down to it? Where do you fall in on that? Where do you fall on that, Private?
I would tell them.
You would tell them?
Yeah, because, I work hard for my government money, so I know they're working even harder.
Is that the right move here, or is that just her taking it a step beyond where her territory belongs, Terry? Should she be a busybody type woman who goes and tells the men exactly what their wives did while they're away, or should she stay out of this couple's business when it comes down to this type of action? Where do you fall in on that, Private Terry?
It would probably be better if, maybe not necessarily the guys, but she went to the wives and said, you should be a little bit more supportive of your husband.
I'll cut you, bitch, if you tell me one.
Whoa, okay. All right, never mind. How about I just mind my own business?
Military training you have. See how much training you have when I put this machete in your eye.
Wow. Really, a machete?
These women, Terry, that don't want their husbands to find out will do anything they have to do to protect their territory.
But she must also admit that eventually it probably comes out, because in the military you hear things, right?
Mm-hmm. But should she be the one to tell them is the question. She's saying, yes, if I have the opportunity, I will absolutely tell these men exactly what was going on with their lovely wives while they were away, risking, ducking, whizzing bullets flying by. Who knows when the next bomb were to go off, and their wife was all riding like bandits on the way out of town with some strange joker they picked up from the local watering hole. She'd be the type of woman to do that, Terry. And I wonder if that is the right move. Because I'm not the kind of guy who likes rat-type people, Terry.
Right,
and that would make her kind of a rat, Terry. She'd be ratting these women out. Now, the question is, should an exception be put in place here as far as this is a scenario where her ratting out the situation is the correct move?
Well,
I'm not so sure. But she seems already, she didn't even have to think about it or take any time to decide on if the opportunity presents itself, whether she would tell these men what the situation was.
Right. Well, if they come to her directly and say, hey, have you ever seen my wife with anybody else? I think
so.
Maybe
Short of that, she should keep her yap shut, is what you're saying.
I don't think she should go out seeking to tell them.
Are you going to go out seeking, Angel, these men when they get back to the to the homeland here? Are you going to go out seeking these men to tell them what their wives did? Yes or no?
No, but I'm not going to add fuel to anybody's fire, but, I'm not going to let, somebody that's close to me get hurt by their cheating wives either.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you will go out seeking. Maybe you won't go make a beeline to them at the airport when they come and have the news cameras trained on them and whisper in their ear that their wife cheated on them. But a few minutes later, when they get home and settle in, you're going to be telling them what happened. All right, well, there it is. That's what Angel's going to do.
Wow. She's the angel coming to the rescue.
Just call her Angel of the Morning.
Yeah. There is also in her doing so, running the risk of the wife that she's telling on saying, well, she's just trying to get with you and blah, blah, making it really ugly.
That's true.
Turning it around.
Yes.
Where she's trying to.
That's a tough one, Terry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to mull this over in my mind and decide whether Angel is out of line for going up to these guys and telling them what happened. But I like that kind of turmoil.
Yeah, like the drama involved, right?
I love a little drama.
Why not?
1-866, because she's the goody two-shoes.
Right, she's the faithful.
Who not only was faithful, but is going to call everyone out for not being. Mm-hmm. 1-866-663-T-Man, back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Just call him Shaquille O'Neal. It's the marriage meltdown that has everyone asking.
I get it, because it's a shock that the marriage ended so abruptly, Terry. That's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. But I get it.
All right.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Just call him Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
It's the marriage meltdown that has everyone asking what happened. And now new questions about why. According to the divorce papers, Shaq is giving Shawnee primary custody of the kids and asking...
You take them, I don't want them.
Wow.
You wanted them.
And asking only for visitation rights.
Right.
I think Shaq's wife is going to call foul when she sees this document.
A foul charging.
Court TV's Lisa Bloom says it's a shocker.
Most husbands, when they file for divorce, they don't say, wife, you take the kids. They're either silent on that point or they ask the court to award the kids to them.
Life that I live is a fairy tale life.
Not anymore. But, it's going to be a pretty bitter court battle here, it sounds like. So I don't know if it's a fairy tale life for Shaquille O'Neal anymore, Terry. But maybe this is the new way. Guys are like, yeah, you take the kids. They seem to like you better anyway.
Wow.
Or maybe Shaquille, being the good family guy, is just looking out for the best interest of the kids, knowing that they're probably better off with him, given the fact that he's on the road half the year.
It could turn into a nightmare, big money divorce battle. Shaq has a $100 million contract with the Miami Heat, plus he makes millions more per year in endorsements. There is a prenuptial agreement.
Good job, Shaq.
Oh, jeez.
Way I think ahead, even though she seemed like the perfect woman. Turned out to be anything but.
Wow.
Because the reports this morning, as we have talked about numerous times already, but if you're just tuning in, the word is, from a source close to Shaquille O'Neal, that Shawnee O'Neal, behind her 7-foot, 305-pound husband's back, was cheating with her 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer. And a lot of people would probably wonder why. Why is Cuban relevant? Well, I think it's very relevant. Because it just brings about a certain image that makes women go,
He's a real Don Juan.
Right. Tell me it's not relevant for me to stick it in Cuban in there, Terry.
With you there on that.
It's more understandable.
Take a little puff on that cigar.
Yeah. Oh, she has.
Because she is not the type. She knows better than what would result from her cheating, that she would cheat with just any 27-year-old physical trainer. Cuban was very relevant. He's Cuban. I can't help myself.
Plus, he makes millions more per year in endorsements.
Yeah, Shaq's worth anywhere from the estimates are about $250-some-odd million, Terry, is the man's net worth here. And he had a prenuptial agreement. Very well done, even though, as I said, she seemed like the perfect woman. Turned out to be anything but.
There is a prenuptial agreement,
which I understand is an ironclad prenup.
Even Shaq's coach, Pat Riley, is speaking out on the radio.
I'm really sort of devastated by the news from the standpoint that I truly love Shawnee. I think she's a great, great, great girl.
Pat Riley was doing her, Terry.
Wow, now,
like
stop.
I love Shawnee.
Yeah.
I'm going to love her again tonight.
The scandal's just getting bigger by the second, Terry.
Oh, my goodness.
He may look old, but he's still got a little of that pizzazz, according to a lot of women,
He's a
Terry.
pretty classy dude, man.
He's got that pizzazz, Terry.
He does.
That slick back hair. We should have known all along he was doing Shawnee. Drawing it up on the chalkboard and then executing it.
Wow.
Calling a 20-second timeout mid-sex.
Whoa.
And pulling out the clipboard and making the magnets move.
Making the magnets.
You're a great, great, great girl.
He, enjoyed seeing the Superman. And
now Extra goes behind closed doors inside what seemed to be a perfect marriage, sealed with a 17-carat diamond ring.
Oh, I guess that wasn't enough.
Jeez.
Wasn't enough for her to look down at her 17-carat diamond ring and keep her from messing around with the 27-year-old Cuban physical trainer, Terry.
Right.
No, it was 18 carats. I'd be able to restrain myself.
Right. No.
But it's only 17 carats, and the willpower is just not where it needs to be. Whatever. The hell's going on here?
It is.
Is there such a thing as a faithful woman anymore out there, Terry? Or are you all just running around like mad women?
All of a sudden.
We gave you an inch, and look where you took it.
We weren't expecting that.
That's the problem. These guys giving their women inches.
Whoa.
Shawnee gave us a tour of their 12,000-square-foot L.A. mansion, which...
12,000 square feet wasn't enough, Terry. If it was 13,000 square feet, she would have been like, well, I could screw this 27-year-old physical trainer, but I have a 13,000 square foot home to go home to, so I'm not going to do that. It's just really unfortunate, Terry.
It is a very sad situation all the way around.
And obviously, Shaquille O'Neal is not the kind of guy who's going to tolerate it, seeing that he rushed right out in an impulsive kind of huff-filled moment and filed for an immediate divorce. Mm-hmm. He's not standing by while his wife cheats on him with physical Cuban trainers.
Had a screening room and private elevator when it was up for sale in 2004.
Her home had an elevator!
Whoa! Well, just one? Maybe she had two.
She had two. She could have held out.
Well, because then people can go up and down at the same time.
Been faithful.
And Shawnee told us about their happy family.
we'll have 5 kids and possibly more if you leave it up to my husband.
You can forget that now, honey.
Wow.
Little Cuban perfect physical specimens coming out your VJ next.
Whoa!
But not Shaquille's kids. He's done.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
You're toast. Was it worth it? Speaking for Shaquille, Terry.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're scolding Shawnee. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Was it Shawnee?
Was it worth a couple of ecstasy-filled minutes of Cuban fun?
She just called and said yes. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
You enjoyed it.
Yes. What else is happening in this world of ours, Terry? Well, all this madness goes on. What else is happening?
Well, there's some drama surrounding the High School Musical actress Vanessa Hudgens. Apparently, there's nude pictures of her out.
Nude pictures of the most wholesome star in the world right now, one of the most popular people on the planet, this High School, what is it called, High School Musical 2, that has sold like millions and millions of CDs and had like tens of millions of people watching it, the highest rated cable show in the history of cable television, which last I checked has a little bit of history now.
Right.
And yet there could possibly be a scandal with its top female star.
Well, the nude pictures are confirmed that they are her, yes.
And who found these nude pictures, Terry?
Well,
who found them? Who uncovered? Who released these nude pictures? Was it TMZ, perhaps?
Well, TMZ helped confirm it, but a website called egotastic.com.
Let me tell you something. Mary Poppins is lucky that TMZ wasn't around when she was popular, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Or you would have seen that big Mary Poppins VJ.
Oh, the big Mary Poppins VJ.
Pippi Longstocking's big rack.
Oh, yeah, I bet she had big ones.
Anyway.
Because if they could just throw out there the scandalous nude photos of such a wholesome, top-flight Disney, on top of the world star like this girl is. What's her real name?
Is Vanessa Hudgens.
Is the picture?
Yeah.
Pasty's printing me out pictures. He's rushing to the printer. Oh, wow.
Her boyfriend is Zach.
Wow.
Efron, who was another High School Musical dude.
She is so naked in this picture.
Yeah.
It's about as naked as you can
get.
Huh?
You can't get any more more naked.
No,
than
you
this.
can't.
And she can't be loving the camera any more than she is. This is your Disney star?
Yeah.
This is the most wholesome Disney product they have to throw out there to the teens?
Yes.
Not anymore.
To the kids? to the 7-year-old girls who worship her, Terry?
Yeah, Vanessa's rep made the decision to confirm that the photos are real. He said, quote, "This was a photo which was taken privately.
Oh, it doesn't get any more real than this, Terry.
It is a personal matter, and it is unfortunate that this has become public."
Oh, she actually looks very, very high. I have new interest in this. In this High School Musical 2.
There's no nudity in the movie, though. Just
well, there is now in my mind.
Yeah, just put the picture up there when you're playing
that's right.
the show.
I just pin this to my
right there
flat
next to
screen,
the
and I watch all the dancing and the fun and frolics
There you go.
that goes on in the high school hallways.
That's right. And imagine her boyfriend, Zach.
Wow.
Getting some of that.
You're telling me Disney didn't know these pictures existed, Terry? I wonder if Disney knew these pictures existed, if they would have cast somebody else.
Probably took them.
Oh, whoa!
I see Goofy's thumb over the camera.
Walt loves it.
Yeah. Walt. Somebody unfreeze him and tell him what's going on.
Wow.
Well, they're not the most wholesome people coming out of there. I mean, Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were wholesome while they were there.
Right.
All right? They became wholesome after they left. They became unwholesome, or the lack of wholesome Emily.
Yeah.
Or did they?
I don't think Britney Spears, while she was on the Mickey Mouse Club, had nude pictures at that time and was running around, snorting everything she could
Get her
suck up her
hands
nose.
Right.
But this girl already had these pictures in the bank before she shot High School Musical 2, right?
I don't know when they
she
were
was
taken.
in 1, too,
no. I don't know. It doesn't say when exactly they were taken.
Well,
but
she looks younger in this picture than she looks now.
Well,
These pictures weren't taken yesterday.
I don't know. When it doesn't give me.
Well,
the
everyone looks
exact-
younger when they get all naked and look this good. I don't know.
She is 18, by the way.
Fine, but these pictures look like about 2 years old, I would say.
She was 2?
They look about 2 years old, the pictures do. Don't get all worked up.
He was excited for naked 2-year-olds.
Weird.
Could have been actually
Well,
good.
how long has she been?
No.
Apparently, they were taken
okay.
for Zach, her boyfriend. I don't know how long they've been dating.
Since the first High School
Since
Musical.
so what? A year or two?
Couple
Yeah,
years,
maybe.
yeah. Wow.
Maybe you're right.
Let me see how naked she is.
Yeah, take a look there.
You God.
Yeah, that's pretty naked.
Yes.
It's about as naked as you can be.
She looks pretty good, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Yes.
All right, start watching this crap on TV. Right. Whatever it is.
This Disney crap apparently has its value, Terry, that we didn't realize.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Minnie's going to have some pictures out soon.
Minnie, oh goody.
Wow.
She's like 90 years old, though, Minnie.
Wow, what a scandal.
Still worth
But
it.
she never ages.
Okay.
So there you go. Not so innocent. No,
All right, whatever.
every
Is it really-
magazine cover her and Zach looking so cute.
Probably not that big a deal that in 2007 there's some nude pictures of the High School Musical 2 female star out there.
Right.
Big whoop.
Well,
when it
and
comes down to it, is it that big a whoop or
No,
what?
and actually it's
I
probably
hope so,
smart.
Terry.
Oh, yeah, Terry's got a big whoop.
It's probably smart that her rep confirmed it, so you don't have to go through that whole. I mean, it is different.
So
for them to say yes.
instead of prolonging the buzz about this
Right.
story, they just came right out and said, "Yeah, that's her.
That's her.
So
sure
what?
enough.
What do you want?
Yeah, what else? And
Instead of the denial and the speculation
Right.
as to whether it's her and keeping the story alive, they
Right.
just came right out and said, "Yep, there she is in all her glory.
Yep.
Can't wait to sign her for High School Musical 3."
Right.
Probably a very smart move. Not that big a deal that she's
Sure.
sitting there all naked. She's 18. I don't know if she was 18 in this picture, though.
She turned 18 in last December. So.
Mm-hmm. Wow. She needs to tighten up in the, Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Whoa.
Yeah, another.
Yes.
Well, maybe it's the shading.
It may be the shading, but I don't know. It's not a very clean cut.
Okay.
She needs to tighten up the strip
All right.
if she's going to go strip.
Okay. Gotcha.
Since she's all into the fully nude thing, she might want to just take every hair right on out of there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I'll have to send her a little email there.
I'll even offer my grooming services to her.
Wait till Terry's pics come out.
E, you're on the
Yeah.
air.
Hello?
Yes, E.
Hi, how are you doing?
How are you this morning, baby?
Tired.
All right, well, hopefully you'll snap to it. What can we do for you?
No, I just wanted to comment on the girl who's talking about the Army wives.
Yes.
She didn't mention that husbands cheat over there as well.
Oh.
I'm not saying that it's good or bad.
You felt like the proverbial gun was pointing at you maybe when she was talking about military men who have their wives or their girlfriends at home cheating on them. You felt the need to call in and say, hey, it's a two-way street. And yet she says she's tired. She's obviously churning inside, worked up over that call of that woman who said she's going to not only point out on the air that these wives are at home cheating while their husbands are fighting in the war across the pond in the Middle East and all over the world for that matter, Terry. Mm-hmm. She wants it to be known that it happens to the women who are waiting for their men, too.
Right.
And women. Is that right, E?
Correct.
All right, whatever.
It goes both ways.
Okay.
Still looking at the picture?
Yes. Thanks for the call. Lola, you're on the air.
Hi, T-Man.
How are you, Lola?
Good.
What can I do for you?
I just want to say I think that previous caller is totally wrong. What a joke. That's no excuse to go running around on your guy who's away.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that these boys, when they come home, yeah, they've been thinking about their families and their wives, and now they come home to some skanky bitch that's running around. It's ridiculous. And if they choose to stay after they find these things out, then that's their problem. But given
you're hoping there are a lot of women out there like Angel who are ready to rat on these women as soon as their men get home. Is that where you're going with this, or what?
No, because I would say given the right opportunity, they should, but they've got to be careful because there's rumors. You never know for sure if somebody's doing that, but if you know for sure, yeah.
Well, that's why I said to her, that's, she could be putting herself in a situation that could turn really ugly.
Yeah, great
quick.
point. What? Back to this nude photo. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The average 11-year-old girl, let's say, for argument's sake, all right? All right, I'm really short on time. I'm told I'm up against a really hard break here.
Oh, yes. Okay, so the typical 11-year-old girl.
I'm going to ask you, after we get back from this break, I'm going to ask you a question about the typical 11-year-old girl who's in love with High School Musical 2 as it pertains to this nude photo. Oh, you do?
She's one of everything.
Yes.
I remember.
When it comes to kids, Terry's got one for every conversation.
Every occasion.
I forgot. I'm asking the right person. And I will ask you the question that needs to be addressed, amongst other things that need to be addressed.
Or undressed.
After sure to take care of that for us. After these words.
The T-Man Show.
Well, if you've been waiting for the price to drop on an iPhone, it has. Apple has cut the price of the model with 8 gigabytes of storage from about $600 to $400.
Sure.
Apple says it will give customers a refund who paid full price in the last 2 weeks if the phone is unopened.
Yeah, that's actually old news. Terry, in case you didn't hear, I know you have at this point. About 3 hours after our show ended yesterday, breaking news hit the wires that the people at Apple, Steve Jobs in particular, I'm sure, who was hearing me ranting and raving yesterday, wondering when they were going to cut me my check as one who stepped up in the first week and bought myself an iPhone, to hear just a mere 2 months later that they were slashing the price by almost 50%. We're supposed to stand around and just accept that as okay? I don't think so.
Right.
Well, they came out and announced just less than 3 hours after our show ended, somewhere in that 2 to 3 hour range, around right after noon, that everyone who bought an iPhone from the day it came out, those shackers who were waiting online for hours like morons, trying to be the first to get their iPhones, dancing in the streets after they got it, and then hearing this news, to anyone who just bought it like this week, everyone gets a $100 store credit at the Apple Store, which is right.
Yeah.
That's what's right. And that's what I exactly said they should do on yesterday's program, Terry. Obviously, somebody is listening over there and is doing the right thing.
There you go.
Because I wasn't going to let up. And I think they know that. It is the right thing to do right by your most emphatic customers. And that's what they've done.
All right.
With a little prodding from the T-Man.
Nice work.
Thank you so much. Now, speaking of prodding, Terry, back to this. What's her name?
Vanessa Hudgens.
Hudgens, yeah.
Hudgens, yeah.
Yes, and her very, very naked picture here, Terry, that is making its way across the internet at rapid-fire speed.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone can pretty much find it. I mean, we could put this picture up on the front page of the TManShow.com, but we'd have to put it on the front page with, like, little stars over her nipples and, like, ruining the picture that way.
It does ruin it.
And it doesn't do it justice. I mean, especially after me sitting here staring at this picture for the past 15 minutes straight, seeing it in all its glory, to know that we'd have to put it up there with boxing out her bras, so to speak, and covering her...
Boxing her out.
Covering her VJ with something that makes it all Clear Channel friendly.
A VJ cover.
Right. With the Clear Channel logo, it just ruins it. So we're not going to, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, like, give people the half-ass photo. There's plenty of ways to see this photo if you're interested, and I can't imagine you're not interested, of this very huge, high-profile, as big-time as they get right now, superstar who is one of the major ingredients in a program that set an all-time record as the most-watched TV show in the history of cable television.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something to sneeze at, Terry.
No, not sneezing here.
So there are plenty of places to see this picture. Now, my question to you is, obviously, the target audience of High School Musical 2, even though 18 million people watched, is still about an 11, 12-year-old girl.
Sure.
So Kilbreath loves it.
Yeah, Kilbreath and 11 and 12-year-old girls are the biggest fans of High School Musical 2. Now, you hear about Vanessa Hudgens. What's her name? Hudgens?
Hudgens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vanessa Hudgens. That's the way she pronounces it?
Yes.
Hudgens?
DG.
Yes.
Vanessa Hudgens.
You hear about Vanessa Hudgens having this picture come out, and one of the other reasons that we would have trouble putting this up on the TManShow.com because the corporation behind our company, Terry, would be, how you say, wondering whether, as I speculated, this picture is a picture of her now that she's 18 years old, or as I'm thinking, she looks younger in this picture than she looks in High School Musical 2.
Right.
So there's a lot of wonder as to whether this picture was taken last year, a year earlier than last year, and that would make it an underage photo.
Right.
All right? So no one knows. This picture just surfaced, like, I think, over the past 24 to 48 hours, right? This is a little bit of a Disney scandal.
Yeah.
No one knows if this is an underage photo or if this is something that she just took last week or whatever.
But we do know that it was for her boyfriend, Zach.
So she's only been going out with Zach for about a year or so.
Yes.
Okay. That's the word, that Zach is on the other side of the camera taking pictures. These are your two stars, right, Terry?
Yeah.
There's also speculation he's gay, though, too.
Oh, yeah, but they're on every
He has
cover.
to be sitting behind a camera and able to take this picture and not throwing it aside.
Wow.
And tearing her apart.
Whoa.
Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, the 11-year-old girl who's the obvious quintessential High School Musical 2 fanatic, Terry.
Okay.
Is she waking up this morning hearing about how Vanessa Hudgens has nude pictures floating all over the internet of herself now, and she's bothered by this, and she's kind of out now on Vanessa Hudgens? Or is she aware of the pictures and saying, well, you said you have a kid for all occasions, Terry.
Yeah,
you
I do.
have an 11-year-old daughter, you have 2-year-old daughters, you got 2-year-old sons, you got them all shapes and sizes.
Right.
How would your... And your 11-year-old daughter is a fan of High School Musical 2.
Big,
I mean, I
huge
guess
fan.
You can't not be.
Right.
If you're
yeah.
11 years old. It's against the law to not be a fan of this program.
Yeah, she watched it from the get-go there.
Uh-huh. She's seen it multiple times since then, I
Yes.
imagine.
Oh.
All right. She was propped in front of the TV like hours before it started, like all hyped up like that?
Yeah, had it
She
on
was
her calendar.
All geeked up for days before,
Yeah.
weeks before it was about to air or what?
Yes.
She had it on her calendar.
Yes.
Wow. It's kind of weird. Anyway.
11-year-olds have calendars?
Yeah, it's a planner. And
she does,
Really?
She's pretty organized.
Got to buy the chocolate milk today. All right. A lot of important things to do on the 11-year-old calendar.
Right.
Anyway.
Eat dinner.
Now, your 11-year-old daughter's a big fan of the show. She wakes up this morning and finds out there are just outright full frontal nudity pictures of Vanessa Hudgens all splashed across the World Wide Web. Is she bothered by this or no? What's her reaction?
I think her reaction would be like, ooh, why would she do that? And then just move on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think she's really it's gonna sway her opinion of her either way.
It would be an ew.
Yeah.
Did I detect an ew or an ooh? Was it an
no,
ooh?
An ew.
Ew.
Like ew. She's nude. Ew. Why would you do that?
And then you, as her mom, you'd explain, when you're 18, you'll understand.
Yeah, she did it.
Yeah, you'll be posing.
Yeah.
She's trying to be sexy for her boyfriend.
She's trying to have a crooked bush.
Ew.
Like Vanessa Hudgens needs to groom, Terry. This maybe it's the angles that she's posed in here.
Right.
But her bush line is crooked here, Terry. You can't have a crooked bush line.
I thought the president was the most crooked bush ever until I saw this.
What the hell's going on here? How the hell are you one of the top stars at the minute that we're living in right now and have a crooked bush line?
Well,
did you do that in the dark?
Maybe he did it for her.
This is an infrared photo? She didn't know what her bush line looked like, Terry? I mean, even you, a little bit older than Vanessa Hudgens, Terry, has a straight bush line.
I do.
You make sure.
Last I checked.
Stephen probably has one, too.
When does that become an issue, though? I mean, when do you start worrying about that? I mean, maybe it is too young of a picture or something.
About what? About her bush line?
I think anytime past 16, you're probably worrying about it.
Well, she's obviously taking something to it because it's not just all out like 70s action here. All right, it's not 1970s porn star female action here. So she's taking something to it, but she's not completing the job as far as straightening out her bush line.
Okay. Well.
So
it's a bit unusual. I don't understand what's going on down there.
But then the more I look at it, it could be the way she's like one hip is way higher than the other. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait, let me keep looking. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Might need to do a lot of research on this.
That's right. She's really pretty.
She's very pretty.
Yeah.
Cute young girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
18 though.
And?
I'm just saying she's 18, but she's legal.
I understand.
Well, she's almost 19.
Yeah.
In December.
Yeah.
She'll be 19 in December, Terry. She's aging by the second.
Oh my God.
And she'll be 25 at some point.
Wow.
So your daughter's not any less of a fan.
No, I
don't
think so.
Disney doesn't have a huge scandal that they're all having an emergency meeting in their boardrooms right now.
Right. I think that, like I said, I think it was smart of her and her rep to come out and say, yes, it is her. It's not that big of a deal. It was something that, was done privately.
She loves her body.
Yeah.
And now you all can too.
Right.
And she's totally posed. This is not an accident that her hair is draped perfectly over one nipple, but the other is perfectly exposed, Terry.
Right.
This was a well-thought-out pose. I know. Trust me, I know naked women poses.
Yeah, I guess so.
And this was a very long, drawn-out thought process.
Well, and then we go like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
How do you want my hand?
And her smile, just with a hint of naughtiness. Everyone's got to see this picture.
Oh,
but I'm not putting it on the front page of our website, knowing that we'd have to alter it, Terry. Now, where did you find this picture this morning, in case anyone... Because a lot of people calling in interested want to know where they could find the picture.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. Just
You probably could.
If you just Google if you can...
Her naked picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Mm-hmm.
Hudgens.
If you Google Osama bin Laden this morning, this picture's popping up. I mean, everything you Google.
Well, he dyed his hair, too.
Yeah.
Colored his beard.
Yeah, he may have a crooked bush line, too.
Wow.
Oh, that guy.
Well, come on.
You try not showering for 2 years.
It's not easy to keep your bush line perfectly groomed in a cave.
But one of the websites was, I believe it's called Egotastic.
Mm-hmm.
So...
But your bigger issue, I heard you during the break. I heard you on the phone. I heard you talking and texting about who you should take in your knockout pool.
I know, because I did pretty good last year. I got kind of far.
Yeah, when women do well in their knockout pools. It's so
I was
funny.
pretty excited.
All right, so who are you going with? Who'd you decide on? Who are you talking to? You're talking to one of your many men out there, multiple men? Okay, whatever. So have you come up with a conclusion on who you're taking in your knockout pool? Stephen, are you familiar with these knockout pools?
I'm in one as well, yeah.
If Stephen Kilbreath's in a knockout pool, then everyone's in knockout pools.
Probably the same one Terry's in.
Terry Frey and Stephen Kilbreath in an NFL knockout pool?
Yes, they are.
What the hell these knockout pools come to?
Yeah, we love taking their money.
My gosh. Frey the Pooh, you in a knockout pool?
I'm not, but it seems like I...
Do you know what a knockout pool is?
I have no idea.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
Man.
What's wrong with me? Just because I don't know what a knockout pool is?
I don't know what it is either. I just throw out a city name every week when they ask me.
By noon.
Is there anything that makes you like a current day dude or what?
Like a male?
A male?
Like a male.
Instead of a lesbian?
Remind me what makes you male?
Alcohol, girls.
Alcohol.
Those are
Alcohol.
Two good things, yes.
There you go.
Loves to get his
girls
drink
is
on.
still speculation.
He says he's a man because he loves to get his drink on, and he loves girls.
Okay.
All right.
Is that what you said? Alcohol and girls?
Alcohol and girls.
Trying too hard,
Video
like Justin
games.
Timberlake.
All right, so he has three things that men are very much interested in.
Right.
He loves to consume his alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Loves to play video games.
Sure do.
And he loves him some girls.
Got
Where
it.
do the glory holes fit in this whole?
Fourth place.
But you have
Fourth
no idea.
place.
But you have no idea. Here we are in the year 2007. You have no idea. Football season got kicked off. We're now in full swing. Got kicked off last night, and you have no idea what a knockout pool is.
I mean, I can obviously assume what a knockout pool is.
knockout pools have become as popular as like NCAA brackets
great.
in March.
Okay.
And you have no idea what a knockout pool is.
He has no idea what a bracket is either.
Do you have any idea what NCAA brackets
I know what the brackets are.
He's giving you dirty looks right now.
Yeah, of course I'm giving her dirty looks.
Well, he's the one who always claims I'm so stupid on everything.
You are so stupid
Well,
on everything.
I don't know if this makes you stupid or intelligent
it
or
does.
somewhere in between. It just makes you kind of just not aware of what's kind of
Well, I
happening
mean, I've heard like the fantasy.
It's a pop culture issue.
The knockout pool.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I've obviously the fantasy football thing is obviously I can see a pop culture.
Yeah, fantasy football, but for people who want something a little bit more elementary than fantasy football, you take one team that's going to win each week, and you can't pick that team a second time, and you go as far as you can go week to week, and the person who's left standing in your knockout pool is going to win the entire allotment of prize money.
Then I know what a knockout pool is now.
Okay, even though
Kilbreath knows. What's that tell you?
Now, Terry, I heard her saying
a little
during the
bit older
break
than
that this
I'm an
week
idiot.
is a tough week for the knockout pool. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's week one, though.
I know.
How are you throwing out there that this is a
Because
tough week? It's not like you have so many weeks to compare it to.
I understand.
This is the
but
first
that's the
week.
thing. That's what makes it so tough.
Terry's like, this is such a tough week for the knockout pool.
Well, there weren't that many big spreads.
Yeah, a lot of close games.
Right.
Fine, but still, I mean, you can't say it's a tough week when there haven't been any other weeks.
I know. But it is for me.
So you
because it's
understand
the
what you're
first.
saying?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of close games. I mean, who do you take?
It's just
Right.
weird to hear that it's a tough week for the knockout pool when there haven't been any other
It's
weeks.
a tough first week, that's for sure.
All right.
There's no 13-point spreads or anything.
Right.
So
Which burned me last year.
You like to look for your 13-point spreads
Yeah.
and just not even have to think about who to take, and
Right.
then you have your pick for your knockout pool.
I do.
But the highest point spread this week is what?
Probably 6.5.
6.5. So have you decided on a team you're taking, Terry?
Yeah.
I'm not interested in who you and your little text paging buddies.
Took?
Yes, you and Joe Brazy and Angel are taking today.
I bet Angel knows what a knockout pool is.
He does, and he helped me out a little bit because I asked him a couple questions.
Wow, Terry is so interactive. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in getting in touch with Terry right in the middle of the show,
For real. Usually in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
that's the best time to get a hold of her. All you gotta do is
sorry.
all you have to do is go to www.thetmanshow.com and email Terry as the show is ongoing.
That's great.
And she will respond lickety split.
Oh,
She takes a picture of herself topless and fires it right off to you.
And she doesn't have a crooked bush line.
Oh.
goodness.
Anyway,
Yes.
have you
No
made
lines.
have you made a
I did.
selection?
Initially, I was going to go with Philadelphia, but I
Yes.
changed it to Carolina.
Can't ever go with Philadelphia.
Carolina.
Are they
Yes.
dogs, Carolina, or no?
Are they an underdog?
I thought they were.
Excuse me while I grab the paper here, Terry. Carolina.
Oh, wow, they are.
Carolina. You taking an underdog? No one
I
takes an
am.
underdog
I
for their knockout
know.
pool,
On the
Terry.
road at St. Louis.
I'm going to try it, though.
Terry,
Try it.
Let me tell you. Okay, maybe you
But
did.
see, I can have more than just one team. I mean, as far as me, so I can, pay in multiple times. So I could say,
What?
Terry team 1, Terry team 2.
Yeah, but why would you want one of your
And-
teams to lose?
Oh, I see.
So I can
you
enter as
you-
many times as I want. So
But only you can't enter in week 3. If you get
Right,
knocked out,
right,
you can't re-enter.
right.
But you have multiple teams for your knockout
Right,
pool.
right.
So one of your teams is going to be Carolina.
yes.
So you have other teams you're going to be taking too.
Yes.
So you have.
Tampa Bay.
That's ballsy. Taking a dog week 1.
How come you're not asking me, Terry? I give you.
About the knockout pool?
Yes.
But I know you're in a fantasy
No, about
football.
whether you should fake your orgasm. What the hell are we talking about?
No, I didn't think that you were going to participate in the knockout
I'm not
pool because it's not
participating.
you.
What are you talking about? It's not me. I
Well-
won one years ago, and I retired from stupid knockout
Well,
pools.
I could give you advice, though.
I know, but there's a
too
part of me
proud.
that likes to try and do it
That's
myself.
what it is. You're too proud. You're too damn proud. You had this
Right.
beginner's luck last year with your
I
silly
did,
little
I
knockout
did.
pool. Who knows?
I went pretty far.
Who could ever wonder who's in Terry's knockout pool? My gosh, what a ridiculous knockout pool it must be. And you don't even have any interest in... I give you the Colts, and I tell you they're going to win by double digits last night, and you take it to the bank. Everyone's cashing in this morning, and you don't even ask me who to take in their knockout pool? My gosh.
Okay, if I went to you for one of my other teams... That's
too late now,
Oh, see?
Didn't you have to have your picks in by yesterday?
No.
Oh,
unless you wanted one of those teams.
For Thursday.
If you're not taking one of those teams, you don't have to pick yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're in a weird knockout post, too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, since you asked, Terry, I actually think Oakland is a sure winner this week against Detroit, a garbage team, having to go to play in Oakland. I'm not just saying that because that's one of the cities we're on in, Terry. I just don't see the Lions walking away from Sunday's football contest with a victory. I'm glad you inquired, Terry.
I'm going to take the Colts.
Let me just tell you this. If you take Oakland, you will not be mad at me on Monday.
Okay, hold on.
All right?
I'm going to take Oakland.
Unless they lose.
Yeah, then she'll be pissed.
Then you might be mad. Yeah. I don't see it happening. Dante Culpepper's going to want to show people something.
Well, what's that now?
I don't know, but he's going to want to show them something.
Okay.
That he doesn't have a crooked bush line. And he is going to lead that team to a opening week 1, a victory. Terry, you have asked, and I have told you.
All right.
For your knockout pool purposes, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay,
and that's a good team to take because that may not be a team you'd want to take again.
Right.
Yes,
right.
So it's good to get them out of the way.
I
you got to
understand
think like that, Terry. You got to have a strategy.
Okay.
You got to
so Terry Free 2 takes Oakland, okay?
Take Carolina on a week where they're a dog.
Yeah, a road dog.
Mm-hmm. Take Oakland and get them out of the way.
Yeah.
They'll win. And you'll be off to a flying start. You'll still have every other team. That's a very valuable team still left in the bank to choose from in the future.
I never make it far enough to worry about that.
Ask me every week, Terry.
All right.
Yeah, you'll be up week 1. Anyway. But good luck to you.
Thank you.
I bet with your head, not over it.
Okay.
And you're only 4'9", so
I know.
That doesn't leave you much. Doesn't leave you much leeway.
True.
You understand what a knockout pool is now?
You
got any weekend plans or what?
What's a road dog?
A road dog would be an underdog on the road.
All right.
All right.
Real
Weekend
tough code
plan.
to crack.
I know, right? Work this weekend. Are you kidding me?
All right. Okay, let us.
Nice little trivia question, by the way.
Seeing that it's a Friday, Terry, there are tons of calls waiting at 1-866-663-T-MAN. You got the Vanessa Huggins scandal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I say it's a... Is it... What is it again?
Hudgens.
Hudgens scandal. Can't call her Huggins.
You want to give her a big hug.
Good.
She's Huggins this morning. Who's been waiting the longest here? Keena. Keena's been waiting a while. Yes, Keena, what can I do for you? Keena, are you there? Looking for Keena. I hear Keena rubbing her phone up against her boobs today, but why isn't she answering?
Kiana or something, maybe?
Is it Kiana? Hello?
What is she
Jen.
doing?
Kiana? Keena?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, well, shoot, I waited so long, I didn't know.
I'm sorry to make you wait so long. I apologize. I'm offering a $100 store credit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to say to you guys that, I don't know if we were still talking about it or not, but Shaq is not all...
We're talking about anything you want to talk about, Kiana.
Oh, okay. Well, Shaq is not all peaches and cream.
Oh, accept that. Thanks for the call.
He's out there to be,
I'm just kidding. What's that? Shaq is not what?
He's not all like the big teddy bear and good guy that you guys are putting him out there to be. He probably got, what was coming to him.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I know that Shaq certainly got his time in as far as capitalizing on his massive celebrity status over the years, but I actually can create a scenario where I'm envisioning a man who, once he got married and had kids with this woman, that he was able to put all that available groupie action on the back burner and realize he's a family man now and live a life like that. That's the kind of guy I see in Shaq. A rare athletic breed there.
He was living a double life. He went and Corinne Steffens, Superhead, that girl.
Mm-hmm.
He went and he paid for her to get new furniture for her house, for bigger furniture, so when he come over he can have a more comfortable sleep. And he paid her $10,000 a month for sexual pleasures.
Then never mind.
And that wasn't that long ago. That was a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you hear about that?
She wrote it in the book.
Oh, okay. Well, her book is a whole bunch of fabrication, according to a lot of people. So maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. I'm sure Shaq would deny that. I'm not saying he probably has been the most perfect angel since day one of him saying I do. But as far as the available action that was laid out before him and his interest level in capitalizing on it, Terry, I ain't got to be proud of the man for turning down at least about 9 out of 10.
It's a good rate, though. Good guy rate.
Very commendable. His wife should be proud. Right. That he only opted for 1 out of the 10, but boy, was she hot. Jack, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, Jack.
Yeah, how you doing?
What do we do for you, sir?
Yeah, I just want you to know that lady that was in the Army, she's a lie. She cheated on her husband at least 10 times if he's been gone 15 months.
You mean the caller from earlier?
Yeah,
You mean Angel, who I don't know what you picked up on. She sounded like a pretty proud military lady herself.
Right.
And maybe it makes you feel better, Jack, to assume that she is a big cheater in her own right. But I didn't hear anything that would make me think that. I would like to know what you might have heard to make you come to that conclusion, sir.
Well, he was gone 15 months.
Yes, and she pointed out that she is understanding of what it's like to be in that situation, be on that kind of duty all that time, because she's in the military herself, and she would never even think of cheating. So what did you, again, pick up on that I did, and that would make you conclude that she's a lying, Slutsville cheater type person?
Well, I was in the Navy, too, and the motto is to serve our country, and I think that's what she was doing.
Mm-hmm. So these military ladies, speaking from your own experience, are just as apt, if not more apt, to be throwing the good old American flag out there to whoever's ready to salute more than anyone. Is that right?
I said yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, then that is something that is some knowledge that you're throwing our way based on your experience. Thank you for that.
Thank you for having me.
I'll have to take your word on it. Okay. She's a two-faced lying slut of her own, Terry.
Wow! In a nutshell, right?
Don't you? I don't know. Anyway. Mm-hmm.
In a nutshell. All right. Okay. Whatever.
1-866-663 T-Man. 1-866-663 T-Man. More calls after these words. Back after these words. These words. Right here. Yeah. Where?
The T-Man Show.
Does Jessica Simpson have a new man? Nope. Last night at W Magazine's New York Affair party celebrating Fashion Week, Jessica said she is playing the field.
I am dating everybody.
Yeah! Tonight's my night.
Wow. Jeez.
Come in for a little Taco Bell action and then some love.
Whoa.
You know what? You never want to combine those two.
Oh, let me tell you. Speak for yourself.
Well, at least she's out there and admitting so.
Oh, you get grade A dating action with the T-Man, Terry. Taco Bell, then back to my joint.
Oh, whoa.
Tell me you can resist.
All right.
Terry, I know you have a pile of stuff. I hate to go into this weekend, one of the first post-Labor Day, without you feeling like you're I'm getting distracted by everything Pasty's handing me. What is this now? Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'll figure it out in a second. What do you have on your pile of stuff, Terry? Please, go
I have
ahead.
a story out of Massachusetts where a man was allegedly attacked by his wife. He told police he called his wife evil, and she responded by slamming him in the back of the head with a coffee mug full of ice cream and then stabbing him.
Women love to fill their coffee mugs with ice cream, don't they? I'm sure that's why the coffee mug was invented, Terry.
Oh,
to house mounds of ice cream. Right. He just merely called her evil.
Well, yes.
Which is every
arguing.
husband's right to do when a wife is acting, what's the word I'm looking for, how women can act from time to... Evil! So he called her exactly what she was at that moment. And what happens? She goes out and proves it that much more. She smacked him in the head with a coffee mug filled with ice cream?
Yes.
And you know it wasn't like not fully filled, Terry. She doesn't leave any room, any available space in that mug, so it was extra weighted coffee mug action she was flinging there.
Sure.
Fill it to the rim.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then she stabbed him with a kitchen knife off the counter.
Which is almost as bad as being hit in the head with a coffee mug. Why isn't that the headline part of the story, Terry?
I don't know. I just think the whole...
Just throw that in as a footnote. She also stabbed him and killed him, by the way,
I
too.
did tell you that initially, but you stuck on the whole coffee mug full of ice cream.
Well, my point
thing.
is the stabbing would probably precede the flinging and the hitting with the coffee mug as far as the order of importance. You know what I'm saying?
I understand, but I guess,
All right,
according
whatever.
to police reports,
This is
she did the mug
Hey.
first, and then she stabbed him.
I got
so
it.
they
So
did
you
it
did
in
it
order.
in the order of her actions.
Correct. He said evil, she said slam with the coffee mug full of ice cream, and then let me grab a knife and stab him.
Then she said, "Oh, you don't look hurt enough.
Right.
Let me get out my favorite butcher knife here and shank you in the neck. Call me evil again."
You think Tin Roof Sunday would really, pack a punch?
Mm-hmm. Oh, people are... Pasty's printing me out Vanessa Hudgens' MySpace account, Terry.
Oh, all right.
Apparently, Pasty's convinced. I'm not convinced. I don't know why he's handing me this. That Vanessa Hudgens is listening to us on the air this morning and is commenting on her MySpace.
Oh.
About what we're saying about her.
Oh.
I would highly doubt it.
Okay.
But he's a naive executive producer, Terry, and he needs to learn the hard way that I'm sure there's some people tampering with her MySpace this morning that are listening to us are probably doing what he claims that he thinks she's doing.
When it comes to girls, he's easily baffled. Oh, dude, she really wants me.
Oh, yeah, she just said I love Pasty Dave.
1-866-663-T-Man is a toll-free number. Yes, get your call in before this Friday is in the books, and we hit the weekend running. And what a weekend it shall be.
I am dating everybody.
Uh-huh. Jennifer in Beaverton, Oregon. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you, baby?
I'm okay, but I'm a little pissed off.
All right.
This guy that just called, this seaman, I guess, in the Navy.
The seaman, yes, so to speak, yes.
He called all the military women sluts. And
Well, he
I'm a
was
military
speaking
woman.
from his experience, and he, according to his travels, and they are vast, considering that the military tends to send you from place to place, has determined that women tend to be on the slutty side. Yes, you would like to dispute
I
that?
am in the military myself, and I just got back from Afghanistan. I was there for a year with my boyfriend, and we didn't even kiss.
Oh, how
while we were over
romantic,
there.
Terry. They
Because
went
it's illegal.
on a
It's illegal to do that.
It's illegal to kiss in the military?
It's fraternization, basically.
Mm-hmm. But
and I have I didn't want to mess up my job, and I was being watched like a hawk because I was pretty, and so they thought, oh, she's going to sleep with everybody.
Wow.
So, and I got hit on by married men.
Yeah.
I got hit on all the time by married men.
Oh yeah.
They're the worst.
I just think it's bullshit. I'm not going to swear on the air, but
Yeah.
I just think it's crappy that some guy that probably has just small equipment and got cheated on himself.
Wow.
Thinks that he can call women that.
Well, let me go back to something you said earlier that interested me. What was it? It's when you said you were really pretty. Yeah.
Oh. Wondered what it was.
How pretty are you, and could you describe yourself for the listening audience?
Yeah, I can. I'm 5'2".
Athletically built.
Busty, I guess.
Busty is the way she categorized it. That's kind of a old school term. She's busty, 5'2" and busty. Continue on, busty one. Yes.
I'm told I have a really nice smile and great eyes, and I'm just recently single, so.
So this guy that you were all having this this little getaway with in Afghanistan. Yes, very romantic.
Right.
That you were.
Please, I would never do anything in Afghanistan. I was surrounded by 8% fecal matter. Come on.
It's just 8%. Huh?
Was it 8% or 80%?
It's 8%.
8% fecal matter, yes. Well, I mean, that's...
Just people crap in the street, and then it gets hard and dusty and gets in the air.
All right, well, if that turns you off, whatever.
That's where I need a vacation. Sounds good to me.
Some people stick it in a coffee mug and take it to town. Anyway, all right, so you were there with your boyfriend that you were obviously... Even with the fecal matter, I'm sure using a lot of willpower to keep yourself in check to
it sucks.
stay to the highest military standards there. But where did it get you when it was all said and done? Now that you're back on the home front here, you and him just kind of unraveled and...
Well, we moved in together, and then it turned out he was a liar. Go figure. But he never cheated on me, and I never cheated on him.
Well, then how was he a liar? What's a significant lie enough to have you two... have a breakup if it's not about cheating? What did he lie about?
He lied about kids.
He lied about kids?
Yeah.
Did he have any?
Yeah, he supposedly has 2, so...
Well, that's a pretty big lie.
Yeah, it's kind of a big lie. It turned out he lives 10 minutes away from us, so I was kind of like,
He had kids stashed away 10 minutes away from where you and him lived.
Yeah.
And he told you all along, or was it that he told you outright that he didn't have kids, or he just never told you he had kids?
About 5 months after I met him, he told me he had kids, and then he told me they lived in Louisiana.
All right. So where's the big lie then? If he told you he had kids, the lie was more that they live so close?
Well, yeah, and then he lied about,
Well, let's get back to your hotness. So you're 5'2".
Well, I'm wondering now, actually, I know you're concerned about the hotness, but I'm wondering when you have the lie scale, what's worse, lying about cheating and
why
that kind
is it
of
such
thing,
a big deal that he was...
A lie is a lie.
No, not really. Why is it such a big deal if he said they were in Louisiana, but yet they were 10 minutes away? He still admitted...
Because he just continually lied about stuff. Like, he went and saw them, and he didn't tell me about it. And I mean, this ex is trying to get him back at the same time, so it's kind of like...
So what it comes down to, she said he never cheated on her,
right?
But what it comes down to is she has her suspicions about his relationship with this ex of his.
Right.
That's the part.
I just don't want to deal with the drama. I'm 24.
Yes, that's the part that bothered her. It wasn't the fact. She brings up the kids, irrelevant, or not relevant, maybe not irrelevant, but not the relevant part about this. She brings up the fact about the proximity of the kids, not the issue. The issue is very clear. She was the person not willing to admit it, but it's very clear to me. The issue is his proximity to this ex-girlfriend of his that he impregnated. Not once, but twice.
That has never been proven.
She wasn't comfortable.
And she refuses to do a paternity test.
She wasn't comfortable. Now you're still defending him? She wasn't...
I still kind of love him.
She wasn't... All right. You know what it comes down to? She's a very on top of the game military person, got her head seemingly screwed on type, and yet when you dig under the surface, when it comes down to it, she is very typically a woman that doesn't know what she wants.
I'm not always
evil. She doesn't know what she wants, Terry. 1 minute she's defending him, the next minute she's bad-mouthing him.
Right.
Now she's saying she may still be in love with him. She's calling him a liar.
No.
He didn't really lie.
He's a liar. He lied.
He didn't really lie. All it came down to wasn't a significant lie.
You were such a guy. Because guys are like, well,
all it came down to, honey, was that you were not happy that he spent too much time in a close little range to this ex of his that you did not like. You hated her.
That's not it.
You had suspicions about them, and you didn't want to deal with it anymore. Why don't you just admit what it is?
No, I won't, because that's not what it is. I mean, you got me wrong there.
There is no other reason as to why these two imploded as a couple other than his unwillingness to stay clear of that ex-girlfriend.
Right.
And how could he when he had two kids with her, Terry?
Right.
And yet...
I'm 24. I have no kids, no baggage. I just think I deserve better than that.
Aha! So there you are, basically admitting what I said. You don't like him spending so much time over there
I said
with his
I don't
kids.
like lies. I mean, I'm seriously, I can't lie. And I hate people that do lie.
Mm-hmm. So if he came right out and admitted, well, I got to spend at least 4 days a week over there for at least a few hours a day because they're my kids, and yes, I'm going to be in very close quarters with my ex-girlfriend, and she's probably going to be making moves on me, but you don't have to worry because I'm going to be very faithful unless, of course, I'm having a bad day. You're going to be perfectly okay with that?
You have been straight up and honest with me the entire time. No
Whatever.
problem. No problem.
If he would have came right out and said that, she said, no, I don't want you to be there any more than 2 days a week. That's more than enough. Blah, blah,
See,
blah,
that's
blah,
just
blah.
selfish on my part because I shouldn't be like, you can't see your kids.
I don't want to stand in the way of you seeing your kids, but there's no reason you have to go there more than more than 2 days a week.
You can't go see your kids. That's evil.
Something tells me it's more than the kids. I think you like being around that bitch. I think you like being around that slut. That's how the conversation would have went, Terry. She makes it seem like if you had just been honest, everything would have been okay, but that is not true, like it is most of the time when women say that. Your point is not credible. You have no credibility, military woman.
But, I mean, having heard all that, just exactly how busty is she?
You guys. I can't say that on the air.
How busty are we? Yes, 5'2". Busty woman.
32D.
Whoa.
Wow, 32. Pretty small.
Well, despite the fact that I had to call it as I see it, I hope, Jennifer, that we hear from you on a regular basis.
This is my first time calling. So.
I imagine since we've only been on the air 3 days there. But thanks for the call. Mm-hmm. There she goes, Terry.
Yeah, there she goes.
Jennifer, who is the last in line to know what she wants and what the realities of her world are. It's her life, and yet she's last in line to know the realities of her own damn life. I have to tell her about her life. She's lucky I came on the air there.
T-Man, what should I have for lunch today? And is it time for a haircut?
You don't know what you want for lunch, Jennifer.
The T-Man Show.
I remember that pic I gave you about a half hour ago, Terry.
Please don't tell me that I have to take it back.
Why? You already
Yes.
put it in your knockout pool?
Yes.
Well, I told you the best team to pick for your knockout pool this week, week 1, was Oakland at home against Detroit.
You did.
Well, I based it all on, well, not all of it, but I based some of it, if not a lot of it, on the fact that I assumed that Dante Culpepper was going to be starting, but this 32-year-old head coach, who may prove to be a complete hack, according to the San Jose Mercury News, it's been sent to me through email by some very astute listeners, he looks like he's leaning towards starting Josh McCown, Terry, and leaving Dante Culpepper on the bench. Now, I'm not saying Dante Culpepper is the Dante Culpepper of 5 years ago.
Right.
Fine, whatever. Right. But if you don't think that he gives the Raiders their best chance of winning, you can forget it. Then you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You start Dante Culpepper over Josh McCown, you don't look back. Okay. And then, and only then, do I feel comfortable making that pick that Oakland's your best play as far as your knockout pool is concerned, Terry. Because if they start Josh McCown, then all bets are off. I'm not saying they still wouldn't win. Okay. I'm just saying that I'm not comfortable picking them if I'm not feeling like I'm 100% sure that Dante Culpepper is going to be under the center.
Terry could be out in the first week with her 2 picks.
On Sunday. Because I am not picking a team that has Josh McCown as their quarterback. As far as offering you advice on who to take in your knockout pool. Culpepper starts. There's your lock of the week as far as teams to pick for the knockout pool. Otherwise, forget it. Then I have to go back to the drawing board.
Can I rescind my pick, I wonder?
And then it makes me wonder as to where the head's at of this 32-year-old not ready for prime time NFL coach.
In over his head.
In over his proverbial head, Terry. If he's saying Josh McCown's a starter over Dante Culpepper again. Dante Culpepper, yes, has gone under the knife, has been in one surgery after another. Still, he's got the skill, and he's got the will, and he's got the need to prove to people that he ain't done, and I'll take him any day over Josh McCown.
Oh, okay.
So if the San Jose Mercury News is right, then it's off on the wrong foot with this 32-year-old head coach over me head.
Well, I guess I'm
until I hear it from
out.
Clayton, I don't believe it.
Oh yeah, let's call John Clayton. Let's get to the person who knows.
Yeah, he'll know.
Let's get John. Terry, we got the greatest NFL source right at our fingertips.
Hall of Famer John Clayton.
Right at our disposal. So the man is in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Congratulations to him, by the way.
Get there?
I'll call him up right now. We'll say, well, T-Man, I'm on the line with Bill Belichick. Hang on. That's how wired in he is.
I understand.
No reason to speculate anymore.
Exactly. Get me Clayton's number. I'll call him up and I'll put this.
But, Steven's right. I'm probably out this week then. Wow.
I'll put all this dispute to rest. Can you get me Clayton's number, please? Okay, we're working on that, Terry. We'll have Clayton's number in a couple of seconds. And I will call John Clayton. You know John Clayton.
I do.
He's not on ESPN for his good looks, Terry.
No.
I'm not saying he's a bad-looking man. He's a good, cute little guy.
He's a nice guy.
But they didn't look at that guy and say, okay, we need that matinee, marquee, good-looking guy on our broadcast network. No. He's there because he is a genius. When it comes to NFL and breaking it down and the X's and O's, he is your guy.
Yes, that's what I understand. And he is a nice guy, yes.
Man, was that my wedding, for goodness sake.
I know.
Because he's that good a guy, Terry. I only invite good people.
Is that why I was outside?
Where's the playlist?
I know.
You, Terry, and Scott will be serving tonight?
Now, Mike is on the line, Terry. Now, Mike, let me tell you about Mike. He's calling in because he would like to have sex during his lunch hour today. He just has no one to have it with.
Wow.
That does sound pretty good.
Yes. Mike is absolutely thinking about his day and knows the way he wants it to all unfold, Terry,
Jeez,
so to speak.
Well planned out, I guess.
Unfolded.
He knows he wants to have sex during his lunch hour today. He just has no clue as to who he's going to be having it with. Is that pretty much sum it up there, Mike, or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you want our help.
Yep. I want your help. You could pick a dime.
Mike is turning to us to pick him a dime.
Oh, okay.
Let's break down the dime defense with John Clayton. Mike, why did you get this rush, this urge, this overwhelming feeling that today's a day where you need to have intercourse on your lunch hour? Why is that the case today, or is it pretty much the case every day, or why today over and above all other days?
It's not
just in the
overall,
mood.
It's not just today. It's an everyday thing.
Oh, well, today's the first day you can get through? Is that the reason? What's going on here? Why?
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller today.
Well, what took you so long, Mike?
Well, he was having sex at lunchtime.
Could have been having nooners for the past who knows how long.
I just moved out here from Phoenix, sir.
Uh-huh, and where's here? Where are you at?
I'm in Vanderbilt now, but I work in Phoenix.
What do you do, Mike?
I'm a local construction worker.
Now, be careful how you categorize what you do, because those ladies who may have their ears pricked up, so to speak, listening, believe it or not, Terry, there are ladies out there that are listening to this very just low-red inquiry by Mike. And they are intrigued. They're like, well, let me consider Mike for a second here. What does he do? Maybe I will meet him for a little noontime action.
How am I feeling
Ladies
today?
like to get down, too.
So exactly. Have no questions about it. So be very careful on how you categorize what you do, because even though it's just frivolous, one-time, no-strings-attached sex that you're looking for, what you do, believe it or not, is going to have an impact on ladies' decisions on whether to have it with you. Now, why should that be the case, Terry, when it's just a one-time thing?
Right.
I don't know. But women don't like to just have sex with skeezers.
Oh.
Isn't that a shame? Yes. So what, again, do you do? You're in the construction field. Is that right, Mike?
Yep.
Are you an unskilled type laborer? Do you have a little bit of skill that's involved in your job, or what? Are you just a basic mole, or what?
No, I'm a backhoe operator.
A backhoe operator, and that's what he wants to continue doing during his lunch hour, Terry.
That's a big piece of machinery there.
Mm-hmm. Very coincidental, Terry, that he's a backhoe operator. And yet, he's on the line looking for a little lunchtime backhoe action, yes. Mm-hmm. And what, I don't know what that means, backhoe operator. What does that involve?
Digging trenches for sewer pipes and stuff, buddy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Digging trenches. So you get, dirty during the course of your day, right?
Just a little.
Yeah.
He sits in the machine.
Not really. I'm
the machine. Yeah.
That's
something I may have lied about, because if I'm just the average woman out there and I'm considering this, I'm hearing about a guy who, when the whistle blows for lunch, Terry, and he takes his hard hat off, there's dirt under his fingernails, he's got dirty elbows, dirty forearms, and that may turn on a rare exception type woman out there, but the pool of women that were interested may have just got whittled down to that much fewer available ladies that were going to meet Mike today.
He's not really dirty because he sits inside of it. So.
Oh, he does?
Not really get dirty. I mean,
well, dust comes flying up there when you're digging trenches.
It's more dust as opposed to hard, downright grime.
He's not digging it himself.
It's got a glass cover and it's got a radio in it.
Okay, so there you go. He's listening to the radio and he's not getting grimy. He may he may get a little ashy.
Yeah.
But grimy, he's not.
Right.
All right. And you make a decent salary doing that, is that right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it involves a level of skill that you had to establish and you had to acquire over the years to do this job effectively. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, my uncle's got his own company. He taught me when I was young.
Oh, so it's a family business.
Hey.
What do you
I mean, if the girl looks good enough, it could be an hour and a half lunch break.
What do you look? Oh, because it's a family business. It's not like he's about to get fired by his uncle.
Right. It's not really like he's on the clock.
His uncle's not going to be looking at the clock when he gets back from getting newly sexed up during the lunch hour and say, you're too late, you're fired. Nope, not going to happen with Mike. So what do you look like, Mike?
Yeah, I'm 5'10".
Don't swear. All right, don't curse. All right. All right.
Yeah,
I know you're all excited. He feels like he's getting that much closer to having lunchtime sex, Terry.
Yeah.
Yes, we're his Craigslist. And I'm sorry, what do you look like, Mike?
5'10", right?
Oh, Terry's getting it all.
Oh, yeah.
Brown hair, blue eyes.
Brown hair with green eyes.
Oh.
Oh, green eyes. The only thing better than brown eyes is green eyes, right, Terry?
Oh, Terry loves the brown eye.
Right. God, you guys. 5'10". Now, would you call yourself a man who's in shape or no, Mike?
Yeah, I consider myself in shape.
Do you work out or what?
Yeah, about 3 times, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
3 times on Monday? That's 9 times total, Terry.
What?
Boy, he must be really in good shape. He can operate lots of backhoes.
Yeah. And what's your specialty, Mike? If you were to have some lunchtime rendezvous put together like in a moment's notice here, what could a woman expect to be the highlight of her hours-filled hours? What would be the highlight of the fun-filled hour that she's in store for?
I just like the Energizer Bunny. I don't stop.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's kind of a lame little old-school, just lousy line that he threw out there, Terry. It's like the Energizer Bunny. I mean, if he didn't lose enough women with all the ashy little visuals he put in their minds and sitting there listening to the radio on his duff, running the backhoe, Terry, he might have just lost the rest of them.
Right.
With
Energizer Bunny.
With the Energizer Bunny line. So there go all our chances, Mike. Thanks for the call. Good luck to you.
Yeah, have a good lunch.
Yeah, we can't do anything for you anymore. All right.
Guess he realized.
Got to give us something to work with, Terry.
Right, the Energizer Bunny thing.
Oh, please.
I agree with you.
Just killing it. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I just keep going and going. Yeah, maybe that line would have snazzed up women as far as their interest in 1986. Mm-hmm. But 21 years later, it's really not a cutting-edge type of lingo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like the $3.99 teriyaki bowl it is. Instead of sex. Man. So close, yet so far.
Mike's going to sit there all alone at the teriyaki spot at lunch, thinking to himself, I got to stop using that line. All right, let's call Clayton.
Okay.
Find out what the hell's going on here. Haven't even chosen a freaking quarterback yet. Less than 48 hours away from kickoff.
Hello.
See how fast he answers the phone? John Clayton, please.
Right here.
It's T-Man. How you doing? We're live on the air. How you doing, my friend?
Good.
A little confusion. I wanted to clear the air. If there's one place I need to go, obviously, if I have questions to be answered about the NFL, there's only one person that comes to my mind, and that is the great Hall of Famer, John Clayton.
Well, thank you for that.
Congratulations to you on that, by the way. I haven't spoken to you since your induction to the Hall of Fame.
I'll tell you what, a special moment. It was good.
If I would have known that you were going to be a Hall of Famer at my wedding, I would have clinked the glass and made a toast to you at that time there, John.
Yeah, but you did it anyways, which was even better.
That's right. Can't help myself.
Even though I was just a lowly non-Hall of Famer at that time.
John, here's the problem. Here's our dilemma. Terry Free's in a knockout pool. You know how it is with women in NFL knockout pools?
Okay.
So I'm trying to do my best to assist the clueless woman in her knockout pool. She had a little beginner's luck last year and is all gung-ho for her NFL knockout pool. You understand that fantasy football and knockout pools are just taking NFL interest levels to levels that people couldn't have even imagined them going. Not that they had any problems with fan base in the past, but now it's just out of control. You know what I'm saying, John?
Agreed. I'm with you.
Yes. Terry's got a knockout pool dilemma. There seems to be not enough double-digit point spreads this week. As a matter of fact, there's none. So I told her, here's a team to take that is going to be like an under-the-radar, not highly selected team, that being the Oakland Raiders, that I think will beat Detroit this week. But I was under the assumption that Dante Culpepper was going to be starting for the Raiders this weekend.
And you are incorrect.
Oh! Well, how could this new coach...
Strike one. Got two more.
How could this new 32-year-old coach, youngest coach in the NFL ever, right, John?
He is the youngest. He is the youngest coach. Yeah.
How could he look on the bench, see two quarterbacks that he has to choose from? Cade McNown,
Josh.
What is his name?
Josh
I don't
McCown,
know his freaking name. Josh McCown and Dante Culpepper. And yes, Dante Culpepper is not Dante Culpepper from 4 or 5 years ago, but still, how could he choose Josh McCown over Dante Culpepper? What the hell's going on in his head there?
By the way, you just caused a tremor in the force here when you bring up the name Cade McNown. Everybody went into shivers thinking, oh, my God, don't believe that guy's coming back. But, no, what he is he's looking at a quarterback right now that he thinks is going to make less mistakes. It's one of those conservative decisions that you don't go with the talent on the upside, because what he's fearing is that Culpepper's going to go in there, fumble a few snaps, throw a few interceptions, and so you go with the less talented quarterback that can manage the game against a team that, if they make mistakes, all of a sudden John Kitna is going to be burning them with Calvin Johnson touchdowns. And so what they want to do is just try to manage the game a little bit better. So let's put it this way. It's one of those decisions that, Lane Kiffin could come back to haunt him in the locker room if he fails, because this is a game that they have to win.
Don't you love just sitting around, hear him talk about the NFL, Terry?
Music to my ears.
Is it like poetry? Just
it's so fluid and beautiful.
Sitting back and listening to John Clayton talk about the NFL.
Yes.
It just rolls off his tongue like it's the greatest Shakespeare you ever read.
I know. It's wonderful.
And yet it's all extemporaneous. It's coming right out of his mind. No plans, no script, no cue cards.
See, that's the great part. It's like the only Shakespeare I know. Wasn't there some wide receiver from Oklahoma named Shakespeare? Maybe that's the only Shakespeare I know.
Well, if there was, you would know about it. It sounds like Hamlet. Wow. I don't care if he thinks...
No, he went to Dallas. Oh, no, it's Hamlin.
I don't care if he thinks he's making the safe pick. And you don't bring in 32-year-old head coaches to be safe. You bring in 32-year-old coaches to throw it out there, like going with their gut, and he's going to be a little bit out of the box, and he's going to go with Dante Culpepper. I take the more talented guy over the safe guy any day. Yeah. And now that I know, because I heard it from the greatest source that there is in the NFL, that being John Clayton, he's saying it's a guarantee that the choice has been made. And it's not Dante Culpepper. Right. I take my pick back, Terry.
I don't think I can rescind my pick, though.
I am not.
I went on what you said. You laughed at me when I took Carolina, so...
I assumed it was a slam dunk little choice to be made. And Dante Culpepper was going to be the starter this weekend. Now, I don't know who you should take, Terry. It ain't Oakland.
See?
I'm not saying they're not going to win, but I ain't telling you to take them, that's for sure.
I already took them and sent it in, and now I'm SOL.
John Clayton?
Yeah.
I call on you. And you are always there for me, sir.
I am always there, and always will be there for you.
That is good to know. That's why this program has always loved you, always will. You are the man. Thank you, John Clayton. I appreciate you.
By the way, Portland, aren't you lucky?
How'd you know, man? This guy is so on
top. Dialed in. That's what he does. He just hits the phones, man.
I thought he was just dialed in on the NFL. He's dialed in on. We just started on in Portland this week.
He actually ordered lunch for you. He knows what you want to eat today.
Thank you.
We'll be calling you again in the future, my friend.
I'll be here.
Take care. There he is. He's John Clayton.
Big weekend for that guy.
You want answers, Terry?
Yeah.
You want answers?
Yeah.
You call Chris Mortensen. Oh, wait, no.
You call Peter King?
Yeah.
No.
Dang
Peter
it.
King.
So
Tom
what do I do
Bertucci. whatever his name is, all these other NFL prophet wannabes, they couldn't carry John Clayton's jock.
Wow.
ESPN put a camera in his house.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they love him.
Yes.
Cameron's house. He doesn't ever have to leave.
Nope, ever again. That's great. Nice life.
What a tragic first decision made by this new freaking coach.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
A quarterback that can control the game.
Get the booze starting early there in Oakland.
Was that B-O-O-S or B-O-O-Z-E? I don't know which one.
A little of both. Okay.
The T-Man Show.
Jeffrey Young is accused of doing something rather bizarre, touching women's feet with a thin black wire similar to this one.
Oh, yeah, that's hot.
Police say it happened 2 different times to the same woman while she was at the Troy Public Library.
Well, you think it happens once, Terry. You're packing up your books and taking them home.
Yeah.
You don't stick around to be fondled with the wire the second time around, right?
Well, maybe the first time you're not quite sure that that's what got you. You know, you're kind of like going, wait, what was that? Is it what I think it is?
Mm-hmm. You're just so not expecting anyone to tickle you with a wire that you need to have it done twice before it really sets in as to what just transpired.
Right. Maybe you think,
First time you're like, did you just tickle me with a wire? No. Okay, never mind. Let's get back to my book here.
Right.
Second time, no, yeah.
I saw you.
Touching women's feet with a thin black wire similar to this one.
Right.
Police
Why
say
they got to make it all racial like that, Terry?
touching women's feet with a thin black wire similar to this one.
Right.
Police say it happened 2 different times to the same woman while she was at the Troy Public Library.
Oh, I love
the
Troy
second time around.
And she basically confronts him. He's holding this long wire type device, long thin wire, which is what he was using to make that touching.
Oh, you know what? I can't believe we missed the story all morning long, Terry. I don't have time to really get deep into the story right now, but we'll do it tomorrow.
Oh.
That's right. Come on in Saturday morning, Terry.
All right. Well,
we'll have to save it for Monday. The story is not one that is going to get that old by Monday, right?
No.
This story lives on for months and months and years and decades and decades. You get the point. Anyway.
Evergreen.
Yes, it's evergreen. It never goes bad. So remind me on Monday that we have the guy who touches women with wire story to delve into here, Terry.
All right.
At the Troy Public Library. Just trying to sit back and find out what's happened to Curious George since last you left off. And
probably still curious.
And people have the audacity to start fondling you with wires?
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right, we'll get to the bottom of this. I see you attempted to do himself. We'll do that on Monday. That's something to look forward to, right, Terry?
Oh, can't wait.
I know you're going to be tingling with excitement all weekend long. But why don't we wrap up this here show by giving something away here? Why don't we give away a... Well, I got so many calls that have been waiting forever. I mean, I hate to... Let me see if I can race through a few calls here. Let me see what's going on out there. Stefan. Is it Stefan?
Yep.
What can I do for you, Stefan? Real quick. What do you got? 20 seconds or less.
I was calling to talk about, or to get a hold of Jennifer, the military chick that called earlier that was newly single.
Oh, she was doing it for you?
Yeah.
And you wanted to see if you can call her on your own private time and maybe get us to give up her number?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing about this show, and pretty much I would imagine every show out there these days, Terry. Caller ID is so prominent that any call that calls in, we have the ability, if we were to choose to do so, for people like Stefan that call in that were like totally turned on by a previous caller, to give him her number and just let him start harassing her. Find out where she's going to be later so he can like fondle her with wires and stuff.
Wow.
Terry. But that would be wrong to do.
Right.
So hang on, we'll give you her number. Weirdo. Just thinking he's going to call in and we're going to give up her number.
Oh, sure, here it is.
Kidding. Just adds more competition for us.
Yeah, not till we're done with her.
Next week
Get in line, Stefan. Get in line.
It would be 934.
Oh, jeez. Oh, thanks for the current time.
And that's 120 months.
Veronica?
120 months?
Oh, Veronica. It sounds like she's doing work while she's waiting on hold. I love people who can kill 2 birds with 1 stone like that.
Hello?
Yes, Veronica.
Double bird.
Sorry.
We overheard your conversation there. What kind of big business deal are you working on there? Anything big and juicy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had to hang up. I'll call her back.
Oh, that's all right, yeah. We are your top priority, don't you know?
I need advice.
All right.
My son has been playing football this will be his 4th year.
Yeah.
He's 10 years old, and he should have been playing for the juniors, 10 and 11-year-olds. But because of his size, the coaches that have been coaching him the last few years suggested that he play down for the 89ers.
For the 89ers.
Oh, yeah?
We play him for this last month, 5 days a week.
You got a little peon of a son? Is that the deal or what?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know how that is.
You got a little... Mm-hmm.
So anyways, we get to the jamboree, and all of a sudden there's a weigh-in.
That's always funny when parents got little peons for kids, Terry. And they always are told by people that they come across that their kid is not big enough to do this, that, or the other thing, and not always hysterical, Terry. Oh, wait, it's too close for home view. Anyway,
come across.
All right, so what do you want? What do you need, real quick?
Fine.
Well, he now, after a month of practicing with these kids,
what?
Is 1 pound, 1.6 pounds too big.
All right,
maybe
so
1 pound.
Yeah.
And now they're asking you to have him lose weight, right? So
they dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do to get them to?
Buy some lean cuisine and call us on Monday. Thanks for the call. Let's go to Randy. You're on the air.
Really I just let him play with the other kids.
Hello?
Mm-hmm. Well, if he plays with the other kids, he's going to get smashed, Terry.
Not necessarily.
He's a tweener.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe tennis is in his future.
Hello?
Yeah, give him some ballet lessons.
Oh, you guys.
Take him to the miniature golf course.
Stop it. He'll be fine.
Oh, he's wussy boys.
He'll toughen up.
Yeah, Randy, 20 seconds. Go. What do you got?
Yeah, I want to comment about the guy that said he used to be in the Navy and that everybody in the military cheats. I used to be in the military. My son just got back from Iraq. My wife is in the Navy. She's in the Middle East, and she's been there 10 months. I've been faithful to my wife. Not everybody cheats. And if that's the kind of sailor he was, I'm ashamed to say he was in the Navy.
Wow.
His voice is even kind of shimmering as he talks, Terry. He's filled with such passion in defending his fellow soldier.
Yeah, because if that's the way he thinks, he was a dirtbag sailor.
Oh, wow. Just in every other industry in this world, Terry, there are some bad apples.
Yes.
And there are a whole lot of good ones.
Yeah.
There are some sleaze buckets. And there are some good guys, and Randy is... Which one again now? Oh, yeah, a good guy.
He's the good guy. Good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Good to finally find
His
him.
wife has been away 10 months, and maybe he's had an urge or two, but you think he's going to start cheating? Forget it.
Not that sailor.
Yes.
He's a proud sailor.
He ain't jumping on that vessel, Terry. Randy, thank you for the call.
Thank you.
All right. It's going to be a long weekend for you, but I hope you get through it.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Take care. Yes.
Nice.
When you got nothing to do but sit around and be faithful, Terry.
Oh, jeez.
Time stands still. We are going to give away, before this show concludes, a 3-pack, a specialized T-Man in the Morning 3-pack of CDs. Woo! It was a big smash success when Terry Free personally picked up the phone and congratulated the person and tailor-made their 3-pack of CDs. Between the caller and yourself there, Terry?
Yes.
You specialized it for them?
I did.
Was that a special moment for that winning caller?
Very much
Let's
so.
do it again.
All right.
Terry
Almost
Free is going to jump on over to the phone banks.
Phone
To win just talking to her.
And she's going to give you a 3-pack of CDs and a tote bag.
Woo!
All right?
Tote bag.
The number to call is 1-866-663-TMAN. And Terry's going to jump over to the first caller that calls in. You are going to be the special winner.
Woo!
Until then, have a great opening weekend of the NFL weekend there, Terry.
Woo! Oh, I will.
Mm-hmm. All the teams and the cities of the fans of the NFL, everyone filled with this unbridled enthusiasm and never-dying hope, and that'll all come to an end Monday morning.
Yeah, I know.
My team sucks. Yes. Our team is even worse than last year.
I'll be out of the pool.
Basketball starting.
The T-Man Show.